36-point win to the Hawks tonight. Very special moment happened at the 14-minute mark of the third quarter. Our Macca's I'm Loving It moment, expertly called by Tim Solly. Luke Bruce, the retiring champion, had his moment at the MCG.
Gee, there's a scrappy pill out there. Someone needs to be clean. McDonald takes ownership, puts it in front of Bruce. The man of the moment sizes him up and slots it home. The adoring fans here at the Triple MCG see one of their favourite sons nail one to the city end. He's called time on a career that has achieved the highest of highs, 3 premierships, 2 All-Australians. But that goal will be one to remember.
That was McDonald land shake-worthy.
Well done, Tim.
McDonald land shake-worthy.
You love it when it lines up, when someone announces their retirement and then something like that unfolds in the game. Joey, Triple MVP Award, is that you or Daisy? Who's got it?
Oh, I'm doing them today. Apologies to Max Gawn. I thought he was Melbourne's best player.
You're an arsehole.
27 disposals, 5 clearances, 12 intercept possessions. He busted his gut, but I'm not giving any D's votes tonight. All Hawthorn. One vote, Connor McDonald. I thought easily his best game of the year. I love the way that he used the ball, getting into dangerous spots, 28 disposals, 1 goal, 3. He could have had a big day if he had have kicked straight, but he gets the 1. 2 votes to Dylan Moore. He was in everything. He set the tone early. 32 disposals, 2 goals. I love the way that he played and the way that he leads from the front, but we can't go past the old boy, Jack Gunston, for an equal career high, 7 goals, 4, 10 marks inside 50. Had 1 taken off him for flicking the post. He was the best player on the ground.
Choice Hotels around the grounds. Choice Hotels get you more for your money so you can check into more. Get the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. We might go to the games earlier today. Joey, you called the Gold Coast and Giants game. Giants getting up there by 35 points. Just a bit of a recap on that one.
Yeah, Giants were brilliant, really. I thought their intent and their pressure, their outnumber, they just worked a lot harder than the Gold Coast Suns. They were missing 5 or 6 of their best, the Giants. But some of the kids stepped up. Harry Rouston kicked 4 goals, hadn't kicked the goal all season. Krzyzewski kicked 3. Harvey Thomas probably played his best game for the season as well. So some youngsters stepped up along with Finn Callahan and Tom Green, who outpointed Matt Rowell and Noah Anderson in the midfield. The Gold Coast just looked off. They just didn't have the same zest defensively and the same run, and they couldn't go with the GWS Giants, who have now beaten them 15 of the last 16 times.
Wow.
So they own the Gold Coast, and they've shown that their best footy is almost as good as any team in the competitions.
And your old team, the Blue Baggers, they had a good win today, Days, over Port Adelaide by 54 points. Harry Mackay kicked 7 in that one, and Georgie Hewitt 35 touches.
No one can get it done with absolutely zero expectation on them like the Blue Baggers at the minute. If you want to trend over the past 4 years, you put the weight of expectation on them and just wait for them to go and produce absolutely nothing. You lift it all, they've got nothing to play for, and they'll find their best. There is nothing surer than that. They were impressive, but again, too little too late in this season, and the frustration continues to grow with the Blues fans.
And what about tonight? Mouth-watering contest. The Crows take on Collingwood at the Adelaide Oval. Chris Dittmar will be there with Brenton Yates, and then we've got Bernie Vince, Dom Cassisi, Rhett Biglands, and our man Heath has made the big trip over to do the stats there tonight.
Is that where he's gone?
Week.
Wow.
So he'll be there tonight. Who's your quick tip on that one?
I think Collingwood will have a real crack.
Yes.
I think Adelaide will win, but this will be close.
Pies by 4 goals.
Can't wait to rip into that one. Thank you, boys. Joey, you've been fantastic.
Thank you,
Daisy,
Tim.
well done to you.
Thank you,
Nico, great calling as always. Alex Bryant was absolutely stellar on the boundary. Tim Solly signing off here from the Triple MCG, where it was Hawthorn 13-14-92 over the Demons 8-8-56. For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy.
The Triple M Footy Review for Amy. When clangers happen, it's lucky you're with Amy.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's,
Triple M rocks footy.
you love Triple M footy on the weekend.
Sausage!
And the footy doesn't stop on Triple M's Rush Hour.
How good is footy, my friend? Brilliant.
With young stars
Elijah Hewitt.
Thanks for having me on.
Sam Banks from Richmond.
Hey boys, thanks for having me.
and the biggest news.
Nat Fife has informed teammates he will retire at season's end.
He's got a year to go, hasn't he?
Well, not anymore.
Triple M's Rush Hour, Monday from 4 on Melbourne's Triple M, the multi-award-winning Ford Ranger. Number 1 and still not done.
Amazon Music has everything you want to listen to. Music, podcasts, and now audiobooks. All in one app. Amazon Music Unlimited. Audible is now included. Terms apply.
Calling all home loaners. The RBA has dropped the cash rate.
Hell yeah!
And guess what? Athena Home Loans passed it on immediately and in full.
Yes, Queen!
To new and existing customers on all our variable rate loans. If your lender hasn't dropped yet, give them the chop and switch to the lender who gives a buck about you. Call 13 35 35 or visit athena.com.au. Athena, love us and leave us. Qualifying criteria applies.
Up the Door sale is on now at Doors Plus. Save up to 50% off across the range. Plus, we can fit, paint, stain and deliver. Visit a showroom for a free measure and quote. Up to 50% off, but for 2 weeks only. Doors Plus.
No fuss.
The Lowdown.
Around town.
Go further with Mobil's best fuel ever. Fill up at 7-Eleven now. Excludes diesel efficient. Claims compared to previous generation mobile fuel formulations. Visit 711.com.au.
The Lowdown.
Binge Mixtape. An epic soundtrack can bring you together, tear you apart, and offer a second chance at first love. Stream every episode of the new series Mixtape now on Binge.
The Lowdown.
Around town. Take your career up a level. Gain more skills or upskill with a fully accredited training course at the Trade Institute of Victoria. Unlock your potential in construction with our Certificate for in Building and Construction. Ideal to fit in while you work. This part-time 7-month evening online course paves the way to become a construction manager, all with government funding. Search TIV to find out more. Trade Institute of Victoria, training our next generation of builders. RTO 21920.
Life's looking better in the all-new Mahindra 3XO. Drive away this bold new compact SUV from just $23,490 until August 31st. Book your test drive today at Mahindra Werribee.
T&C supply. LMCT 12710.
Hello. Frank Walker from National Tiles. The National Tiles famous annual winter spend and save is on now. Spend $4,000. Will only charge you $2,750, or spend $2,000 will only charge you $1,450, or $1,000 and will only charge you $750. Don't miss the National Tiles famous annual winter spend and save on now. So rush into a National Tile store near you, or go online at nationaltiles.com.au now and save. Conditions apply.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M.
Triple M rocks footy.
Triple M Footy, prime time for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air.
Saturday night footy from the Adelaide Oval. It's a blockbuster clash. The Crows take on Collingwood, and the Pies, well, they are off one of their worst performances in recent memory. They'll need to bounce quickly tonight. They take on the top of the table Adelaide Crows, who have got to overcome their bogey team tonight. They've lost their last 10 to the Collingwood Footy Club. It's match of the year status stuff, this one here, no doubt about that. For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy. Big team in the house to cover this one tonight. The former premiership star from the Port Adelaide Footy Club, Port skipper as well, Dom Cassisi and Domji, the Pies. They haven't been in great form and they need to find something tonight.
Well, you're right, Yada. This is a massive game for that footy club. I mean, 5 weeks ago, they're 2.5 games clear on top. And now we're in position now where they're sitting fourth on the ladder. They need to find some winning form, and they're on the road. They can get together and hope they can bounce back tonight.
Next to you, the two-time best and fairest, once at the Crows and once at the Demons, Bernie Vincent. Burn a win tonight for Adelaide. They'd lock themselves away a top 2 spot.
Yeah, unbelievable, isn't it, when you think of their season last year and where they've come from. But, yeah, just with Collingwood, had this game penciled in a long way out, this one. When they were 14-2, the Pies thought no one could catch them. Adelaide were on the rise. I thought, how good's this round 23 game going to be at Adelaide Oval? I know it's lost its edge a little bit with the way the Pies are going, but they travel well too. Don't worry, they'll be out to fight for that top 4 spot and hold on. So can't wait for this one. The weather so far has stayed away too. Thought it might have been a bit wet tonight. We still might get a bit of rain, but it looks bloody beautiful out there.
Chris Dittmar joins me in commentary. Dits, the Adelaide Crows, they've been able to answer every question that's been thrown their way, and they get another test again tonight.
Yeah, I think they're the most complete team in the comp right now. And also, they've got to play under this expectation. When you live in South Australia, we all feel it. We hear it every day, don't we?
Yep.
There's been this big saying in Adelaide for weeks, is the lid on is the lid off. It's unbelievable. Everyone is talking about it. And when you're Collingwood in Melbourne, they are a massive club as well. But as we know, the love gets spread amongst 10 clubs. When you're in Adelaide, it's all about the Crows. And, Bern, you've played for this club. I just wonder what that does for you. I guess everyone's different. Some players would live for it and other players would want to go and hide and say, I'm sick of hearing about it and there's too much pressure.
Yeah, certainly. You get players like that at all clubs, and not being in the finals for a long time, not many players in this team has played finals either. So, you get through, and we're talking finals already, still 2 games to go, but finals is going to be a different story for Adelaide, and I think they need to come up. I'm trying to work out who they're going to play. It's so tight up the top. You can't really tell until the season's done, but it's going to be so interesting who they get in that first final, because I reckon there's a couple of teams you want to avoid, especially even at home if they do get the home final. We've seen how well Brisbane travel interstate. That would be a danger game. All danger games, but Brisbane or Geelong here would be a real tough one. So need to somehow fluke a Gold Coast or as maybe an interstate team like that. So, but yeah, they're just ticking every box at the moment. Adelaide, as you said, pretty complete.
They are. 6 weeks ago, just as a commentator, I didn't think Collingwood could be beaten. I thought they are the red-hot premiership favourite, and I thought, they'd get challenged along the way, but I thought they were that good. I'm really keen to hear from you two. Do you have a theory? What's happened over the last 5 or 6 weeks?
Well, look, I think they've lost their edge defensively. I reckon they've been opened up a little bit defensively, and, we spoke just before we came on air. Houston, he hasn't been in great form. No. Frampton, he's been off a little bit the last 2 or 3 weeks as well. Howe not being back there as well. So I just think that they need to get their defensive intent back. That ruthless nature of defence that they get. Then they get their offence going on the back of that. If they can't find that in the next few weeks, then they're going to be swinging in the breeze. The competition's so tight at the top.
Dom, it was interesting on your show, Ditz, actually, Triple M Adelaide Breakfast with Brew, Ditz and Loz earlier this week. You caught up with Dane Swan, the former Brownlow medalist premiership champ of Collingwood, and here's what he thought about the possible reasons could be about the fall-off.
Have you got a theory on where the drop-off has come over the last few weeks?
Oh, yeah, I've got a couple of excuses for them, if you'd like to hear them.
Sure. Yeah, love it.
Well, from like a hard training phase, which baffles me. But so I suggest they get out of that pretty quickly, because it doesn't look great for them.
It's overrated.
Awful. Yeah, exactly. And then because they were so far in front early on, they probably started tinkering with stuff. And from what I hear, they were maybe trying different game plans in games which they could afford to do because they were so far in front. In case plan A wasn't going well in the final, they could have went to plan B, but clearly plan B, C and D haven't worked because they've been getting smacked the last month.
So he's alluded to a hard training block. Now, you've both been there. You've been in finals campaigns. Do clubs still do it, and is it the done thing?
Well, they still do it. They do try and see a window of getting in some more work so that you've got plenty of run in your legs leading into the finals. But since round 18, Collingwood have played 31 players. So they've only had 13 players that have played every game. So it seems like they've been changing over their, getting guys opportunities. So if they do get a few injuries leading to finals, maybe a few guys have come into the system and had a bit of a taste of it.
Yeah, their defence has been... you couldn't score against Collingwood earlier in the year. They did not let you score. And now Adelaide are that team now, but they've just opened up. They've opened up with that pressure on the footy. They're set up behind the footy. Key defenders that aren't in good form. But, you can turn that around pretty quick. And the hard training block, that only needs to go for 10 days, 2 weeks, and then it's done, and then you're right to go deep. But they're preparing to go deep if you're doing those big training blocks this time of year.
This is the Triple M Footy Prime Time for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air as the Pies make their way onto the hallowed turf here at the Adelaide Oval. We welcome in Ethan Meldrum back for his... he's trying to get Adelaide citizenship. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. He
here all the time.
Has to be here at least once a month, so he's made his way over. G'day, Ethan.
I spend more time here than I do in bloody Melbourne, and I live there at the moment. About that Collingwood defence, 18 games in a row, Collingwood had conceded 90 points or less until the last two against Brisbane and Hawthorn, shipping 92 and 110. But got to delve more into that winning streak, Yader. 10 games in a row, Collingwood have beaten Adelaide. It's Adelaide's worst losing record against any team ever in their history. Previous worst was 7. Hawthorn in that 2012 run, Bombers, Port Adelaide there as well in the showdowns in the early 2000s. They're the only teams who've won 7 in a row against Adelaide, never mind 10. And those close games as well. The last 5, average margin 22 points, 10-point game earlier in the year. There's a couple of 5-point games. There's a 1-point game. I'm sure Jordan Dawson would like one of those back at the MCG when he was taken high and it wasn't paid. They've been super close these last 2. 6 of the last 7 under 10 points, Burn.
Is it right that they haven't beaten Collingwood since 2016?
2016.
2016. I read that today, I thought. That's their before their grand final year.
Yeah.
Like, that's a long time in footy.
Yeah.
Long time.
A big player comes back in for the Adelaide Crows tonight. Of course, Tex Walker back into the team. And on Triple M Adelaide Breakfast with Roo Ditson Loz, he was just talking about father time.
I had a bit of a sore chest. I said to Ellie, do I have a bit of a pimple or something on my chest? And she was like, oh. And I was like, shit, it must be big. She's like, you've got your first grey hair on your chest.
Don't pluck it.
Shit.
You know what happens when you pluck it? You get more.
Do you?
3 show up to the funeral.
I left it on, but
It's a
she's like, I hope the boys and Hattie don't get your genes and get grey hairs early.
Well, you are a semi-old man now.
35.
I can't believe you're still playing at 35.
35 and still alive.
If you've never tuned in, it's very informative out
He's got a lot of greys up top.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why he's surprised that there's one on his chest now, but
the last few weeks as well has been interesting. Whoever the Crows have played against, his sons, who one of them's 4, absolutely takes the mickey out of him. So when the showdown was on, apparently his son was singing the Port song.
I saw Louis in the rooms tonight, in the Collingwood room. He's down there with Nick Dacos.
He met Nick Dacos in Fiji, would you believe? They're on holidays, a year ago, and they ran into him. So he met Nick Dacos and fell in love with him. And, been telling Tex all week that he likes Collingwood. So.
In the Oz kick pack, he's ticked the Collingwood box, Louis. Surprised you probably read better than Tex anyway. You probably ticked the wrong column. C's not far from A.
Can you give me a bit of an insight, boys, into one of the big off-season moves last year? Dan Houston leaving Port Adelaide and going to Collingwood. We haven't seen him reach the heights at the Pies that he did at Port Adelaide. What are you noticing about his game?
It just seems like he hasn't been able to settle in their team. It seems like, at Port Adelaide, he was the go-to, Burn, across half-back. Whenever a Port Adelaide player got the ball, they'd look for where Husto was, give him the ball, get his kick going. But it seems when he's gone to Collingwood, he's had to fit into their system. And their system is very different to Port Adelaide. So, he's not getting the amount of possessions he normally gets. You don't see him running and carrying and lacing out someone inside 50. It's like he's become more of a role player.
Yeah, he has. And he's certainly not getting much of the footy. Even when they're going really well, they had that good patch. There was real concerns about his impact on the game and not getting much of the footy. So whether it's a different role at a different club, it can be different, but geez, he should still be going better than what he is.
Not seeing those spearing kicks, Tom. Remember at Port, you'd see a 60 or a 70-metre bullet, wouldn't you, that would find a forward. Haven't really seen that this year.
They haven't, but but that's an opportunity for Collingwood now. There's still so much footy to be played this season. If he can get in form and it starts tonight and he has a good 4 to 6 weeks, he makes them a better player. So it's another thing that Collingwood have got plenty of upside still if they get these players going.
Adelaide have won 7 in a row. They had a bit of a down effort last week. They still got the win. They've got to have a bit of a stretch if they're going to go to the grand final and keep on the winning run. Is that hard to maintain?
I don't think so this time of year. And people always talk about, do you need a loss? Do you need one going in to sharpen you up? I reckon last week was a sharpen up for the Adelaide Footy Club. They should have lost that. First v 18th, should have lost. They're very lucky to get away with it. And in terms of the top 2 aspirations, that would have been so bad if they had lost that. But I think that was their little sharpen up. They got away with a win, but they still treat it as a loss. I heard Matty Nix say they treated it basically as a loss. So that's their little kick up the backside. This competition, it gives you nothing. It owes you nothing. So you've got to go out and get it. I think tonight they'll get it.
Well, this is big time footy. It is Adelaide up against the Pies. Saturday night, spectacular scenes here at the Adelaide Oval. We've got the opening bounce coming up next. For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy.
Triple M Footy, prime time for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's,
Triple M rocks footy.
Melbourne. Start your day with Mick.
In the morning.
We're talking about lazy behaviour.
Yeah, we were.
What about at the London Tavern? I got sick of travelling to the office, so I got an office upstairs. I swear to God. And they would go, where you go? I said, I've got to go to work. And I would literally walk up the staircase.
That's a good insight into you and me. My office is above the gym I go to.
There you go.
Start your day with Mick in the morning with Roo, Titus and Rosie. Weekdays from 6 on Melbourne's Triple M.
Australian-made best shed sheds are the best sheds. bestsheds.com.au.
Amazon Music has everything you want to listen to. Music, podcasts, and now audiobooks. All in one app. Amazon Music Unlimited. Audible is now included. Terms apply.
Hello, bank. Hi, the RBA has dropped the cash rate. Oh, pick it up again. Okay, and so has Athena. So when will you drop my rate?
At Athena Home Loans, we drop rates so fast, we had to speed up our advertising to match. The RBA dropped the cash rate, and we'd passed it on in full to new and existing customers in 32 seconds. Why so fast? Because it's the fair thing to do. If you want fast and fair, think Athena, the fiercely fair lender. Visit athena.com.au. Athena, love us and leave us. Qualifying criteria applies.
Hello, Frank Walker from National Tiles. The National Tiles famous annual winter spend and save is on now. Spend $4,000 will only charge you $2,750, or spend $2,000 will only charge you $1,450, or $1,000 will only charge you $750. Don't miss the National Tiles famous annual winter spend and save on now. So rush into a National Tile store near you, or go online at nationaltiles.com.au now and save. Conditions apply.
The Lowdown.
Around town. Go further with Mobil's best fuel ever. Fill up at 7-Eleven now. Excludes diesel efficient. Claims compared to previous generation mobile fuel formulations. Visit 711.com.au.
The Lowdown.
Binge Mixtape. An epic soundtrack can bring you together, tear you apart, and offer a second chance at first love. Stream every episode of the new series Mixtape now on Binge.
The Lowdown.
Around town.
With AHM's straightforward health insurance, you can live life with less worries, which means more time for skydiving out of an alarmingly small plane. Oh yeah, you're skydiving, by the way. Join direct at ahm.com.au, because with AHM, you're good.
The Musso run-out sale is on now, where you can save up to $4,000 on an MY24 Musso. If you want a good deal on a great ute, then get a load of this. It's the 2024 and 2025 Drive Car of the Year Best Dual Cab Ute under $50,000. With 3.5 tonne towing, 4x4 turbo diesel and a 7-year warranty from only $42,000. So get your skates on and visit your KGN dealer now. See the website for terms and conditions. KGN. Korean built to last.
Outdoor adventurers, drop everything. 4-Wheel Drive Supercentre's massive up to 80% off warehouse clearance sale is on now. We're talking fridges from just $99 and unbeatable offers on Adventure King straws, batteries, fridges, camping gear and more. All stock must go. Plus, we've got our price busting daily deals at crazy low prices. You do not want to miss this. Up to 80% off warehouse clearance sale this weekend only. Get into your local 4-Wheel Drive Supercentre or click and collect now at 4wheeldrivesupercentre.com.au. The Discount Kings will always get you out there for less.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Beacon Trade. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs. Beacon Trade's got the fans, lights and switches to get it done. Partner up at beacontrade.com.au.
It's a big game. It is Adelaide, it is Collingwood, it is the Adelaide Oval for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. And of course, it's our Triple M footy prime time for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Air Conditioners Australia. Put your trust in the experts in air. We've got a big team in the house. Dom Cassisi, Bernie Vince, Chris Dittmar. And we welcome in our audience from New South Wales as well. We've got Red Biglands who's on the boundary, and this man, Ethan Meldrum, with all the Red Z lending stats later on. But right now, Eth, give us an update on the scores for Choice Hotels.
Yeah, a couple of games earlier today. Giants, big upset over Gold Coast, basically locking themselves into September, 35 points over the Suns. Carlton, big win. Harry Mackay, 7 goals, 54 points over Port Adelaide. Hawthorn as well, all but playing September. It'd take some pretty significant results to fall their ways. 36 points over Melbourne. Jack Gunston, 60 goals for the season with 7 goals today, equal career high. What it means on the live ladder at the moment. Hawthorn are 5th, GWS 6th. They've both overtaken Fremantle with that loss, who are down to 7th. Collingwood on 60 premiership points at the moment, equal with all those teams. 3rd through to 7th, all on 60 premiership points. Only percentage separating those two. So that is realistically how far Collingwood could fall if they lose tonight. It takes some pretty significant percentage. They're 16% ahead of Freo, so they won't fall that far. But that's how tight the ladder is. That's how close the gap is now for Collingwood. They do need to win tonight, with Adelaide pretty clear on top, 2 premiership points ahead of Brisbane.
Good stuff, Heath, there. Choice Hotels around the grounds. Built tough for Aussie conditions when it comes to water heating. Ask your plumber to install a room. We've got Bernie Vince and Dom Cassisi to tear this game apart. And, boys, just before we get into that, there's a bit of a spectacular light show going on here at the Adelaide Oval, courtesy of the fans.
Bit going on, isn't it? I think it's the phones. Did say there was a barcode. I noticed you didn't sign the barcode on the way in or scan the barcode. It's a bit of a light show going around. It's like you're at a concert.
It's like Coldplay vibe.
Coldplay. There's lights flashing everywhere. It's a good look. We need to turn the lights down a little bit to have full effect, but. Yeah. This one's building into a big one. As I said, the weather's held off. It's pretty cold out there, but there's no rain, and we're expecting a little bit of rain tonight, so hopefully both teams... Collingwood have got to bounce back through the midfield. Got smashed last week by Hawthorn around the footy. They just need to put pressure on the footy when they don't have it and win the ball when it's their turn to go. So just like they did for that run they were on, 14-2 they were going back 5 weeks ago, so... They can do it. They just need to turn it around. It's a real confidence thing now as well. But they have been good on the road, so do not write them off tonight. Adelaide will be up for a big fight to get the 4 points.
Well, there are going to be some great games over the next 8 days or so, and this is one of them. You know, look at next week. Bulldogs will play Fremantle, Hawthorn and Brisbane. It's all about ladder spots in the 8. Some of those teams are in the 8, but where will they finish? Do you get a home final or an away final? This is what Collingwood are facing tonight. They want to finish top 2 and play at the MCG.
There's percentage differing from top 4 to bottom 4 in the 8, and you know that home final's so important. So from sort of 3rd position all the way through to 9th, there's like half a game almost. It's unbelievable. So this is so important for Collingwood.
Well, and that's the exciting part about tonight. We're at a full house, the Adelaide Oval, and it actually feels like the finals are starting now.
Yeah, it does.
There's so much on this game for both teams, and then you talk about the next 8 days. And it's just unbelievable how tight it is. And it starts tonight. The finals literally are here now.
All right, Dom Cassisi there with Bertie Vince. Let's head to the boundary for Bob Jane T-Marts. Bob Jane T-Marts are great. Buy 3, get 1 free, plus instant cash back deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. The one, the only Red Biglands Biggles. Welcome, mate. Big crowd in tonight.
Unbelievable atmosphere. Full house. Sign up and have a look at the hill. You'd need 2 hands on your drinks tray up there tonight. It is chock-a-block. Darcy Moore won the toss. First victory to the Pies. They'll go to the city air. No breeze to speak of. There is rain on the way. 6 mil anticipated in the next hour or so, so it'll come down heavy. No late changes. It's veteran for veteran at selection for the Crows. Smith in for Laird with that suspension. He'll sit on the pine with Neil Bullen, Peatling and Taylor. Schomburg, the sub, came in for Chase Jones. And for the Pies, Long, McStaylor, Pinsky are there. Will Parker, who's been in great form in the VFL, he came in for obviously for Jeremy Howe with that concussion. And the youngster Ed Allen, he is back in the team after, I think, a couple of games out. That means McCreary starts on. He's underdone with fitness. It's a big move for him in the cauldron out there tonight. Have a look at it. Not a spare seat in the house. Going to be a ripper.
Burn, just quickly, surprised the Crows made 4 changes.
Yeah, well, a couple of them were forced, obviously, but it's trying to get settled this time of year, aren't you? Trying to settle things down, so maybe just giving a Schomburg an opportunity, but this is a huge opportunity for him. Comes in, plays well, could play, deep into September.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks football, De Goey in the middle for Collingwood. I love seeing him on the ball. What a machine he is.
De Goey, Dacos and Pendlebury starting in the middle.
The Stars are in there. Cameron gets a nice little tap away. Dacos runs onto it. Berry beats him to it. Quick kick out of the middle for Adelaide. Running onto it at half forward. Tex Walker gets the ball. Shrugs a tackle. That was too easy. Darcy Moore should have grabbed him. The kick goes forward and Frampton gets under it and takes the mark. Last line of defence. A former Crow takes the first mark against the Crows tonight.
Frampton and Thilthorpe match up.
How good's that?
Seabar Super there. Dom Cassisi and Bertie Vince. The footy didn't clear the defensive 50 here for the Pies. It's wrapped up. And Adelaide going to the Cathedral end.
Darcy Moore going to Tex Walker as well. That's the other match up there. Huge.
Now side bottom. He's just trying to get over towards this contest. Tap down. Snapping ball. Adelaide deep in 50. Frampton. He was able to do well. He beat Thilthorpe to the punch. Now, Schultz, it's out on the full anyway, so it's going to be a free kick going to Adelaide.
Yeah, just I was going to say panicked a bit. To be fair, he was under the pump. He did well to win the ball, Frampton. So Worrell's going to send this along all the way to the goal square. There's a lot of players back here. A lot of the tools over the back. Collingwood needs someone back there. Side bottom's there. And he covered it in the end. And the first score of the night are behind Adelaide on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. They have one behind. And Bern and Dom, you'll know this, in the last few games here, all goals have been at this end of the ground. We don't know why, but for some reason it's the scoring end.
Important to start well too, as Biggles said. Bit of rain on the way, so we're not sure exactly when that'll hit, but a fast start's so important when weather's coming.
Here's Dacos. It's Josh working it down the line. Side bottom, under some real pressure, held without it. So side bottom, he gets it across half-back. Down the line, he's got a contest. He's got Membry. O'Brien's feeding back to get on him. He's got McCreary as well. Fair share of tattoos down there. Long footy up to half forward. Oh, he flew high line check. Great mark. Up by said touched. Here's Chris. Chance here, Collingwood inside 50. A little too high for Schultz. Nicely worked by Worrell. Feeds back, takes a defensive grab.
Crows, how good are their defence? So the first time it's gone down there, they've started well. No mistake from Worrell, and it gets out to centre wing to Fogarty. The Fog around on his left, back onto his right, got around Quaynor. Delivers forward. Oh, Moore read it beautifully, but dropped the chest mark. Handball forward, Houston. Crowd don't like him for some reason. Into the middle of the ground, Crisp. Handballs on the up. Nick Dacos runs hard through the middle. Collingwood feeding back, over the back. No mark taken. Schultz, gee, had a fair bit of it. Then he was tackled to the ground. And the umpire says, we'll ball it up. Keane was very good because he could have run into an open goal. So on the point of the goal square, it's a ball up for Collingwood. Deep into attack they are. Myercheck will do the ruck work. Over the top, O'Brien, ground level. Crows try to clear. And it's a mistake. The ball's gone out on the full. It came from Berry under the pump, and Collingwood get the free kick in the left forward pocket.
Over here. Back a metre, back with me.
So Schultz with the footy.
Good start from Collingwood. I like the way they set up behind the footy there. Darcy Moore, he fumbled the mark, but they were set up so well. The rush kick, he just entered it back into forward 50.
So he'll run inboard and kick it around the corner from the left forward pocket. He does so, and minor score. A little narrow, so one behind to both sides in the opening couple of minutes here at the Adelaide Oval on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
So Keane brings it back in for Adelaide. Gets it working with a long kick in the Walker direction, but beaten to the punch easily by Perryman. Back inside 50, cutting it off nicely was Isaac Cumming for Adelaide. He's on the defensive 50. Now a sideways ball. Chance here for Murray. Goes short, just the required meterage. Works it across. Here's Miller.
Very careful with their ball movement at the moment, Adelaide. Just trying to retain the footy. That kick mark, uncontested marks.
Bernie Vince there with Dom Cassisi for Seabass. De Goey able to shark it at centre wing. Handball comes from side bottom now. Works it across to Perryman. Nice ball. Good stretch, McCreary. Back into the side tonight.
Gee, that was a good mark in front of Murray, who's a terrific defender, so McCreary. And he gave away a bit of height as well. Runs hard as he always does. Goes towards the middle of the ground. Pendlebury, the champ, the superstar, goes short. Nick Dacos, another touch for him. He's second in the early minutes of this game. It's a very crowded forward line. Nothing on offer. He's taking plenty of time. He's going to run out towards his left. Delivers out towards the pocket. Schultz in front. Didn't mark. Off hands, Elliott. He was claimed immediately by Miller. And the umpire says we'll ball it up. Great matchups everywhere you look.
Just you can see the team that's going to be most efficient going inside 50 with their kicks going to win tonight. They're both getting looks at it.
Schultz goes off the ground and it's just offline. And minor score. Gee, he got a bit of it. He socketed that beautifully. Two behind Collingwood, one behind Adelaide Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Took too long, Nick Dacos, to enter it. He waited for all the Adelaide mids and forwards to get down and crowd the forward 50 up.
Oh, gee, dangerous ball. Just cleared Schultz. Finds Saligo, works into the Keezer. Back with a centre wing outer side. Eastern side of the ground. Little pokey ball finds Cumming. 2 points to 1. Collingwood lead early on. This big Saturday night clash. Walker had it touched off his boot, you heard there. Umpires mic'd up exclusively for us here at Triple M Footy. Here's Maynard.
That's 50.
He was held after he took the mark. Here's Dacos. Josh, nice ball. Finds a target. Cripps delivered across. Pendle's on the left. Nice. Schultz on the lead up. Now he's going to go on with it. Nice lead up as well. Membry. So the Pies moving it swiftly and accurately. Membry will go back. City end goal about 30 out.
Because I've loved what Collingwood have brought so far. Just setting up so well behind the footy. First of all, winning the ball and getting it in their forward half and then setting it up so Adelaide can't cut through like we've seen so often this season. But how well did they use that going inside 50? So much space, so much time. You want the ball in guys like Pendlebury's hands. Just makes great decisions.
They really seem to be getting the Adelaide defenders away from each other in the early part of this game. Membry, City end. He likes it a lot. Pies get the opener. They are 1-2-8. Adelaide are 1 point. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs. Beacon Trade's got the fans, lights and switches to get it done. Partner up at beacontrade.com.au. Dom Cassisi, Birdie Bits on Triple M footy.
Well, Collingwood have come to play tonight. And you can see that they're being very strategic about the way they move the ball. They're doing short kicks. They're changing the lanes. And the Crows aren't used to defending that way. You look at the handball receives. 8 handball receives Collingwood have had. Crows haven't had 1. So they're getting that short kick, getting a handball receive off it, and that fast play is hard to defend for the Crows.
Yeah, making a good point there, Yoda, too. You've seen Murray right up on the wing here defending. We've seen Worrell way out the other side. They're splitting the Adelaide defence so they can cut through the middle. It's perfect play. That's how you got to play against Adelaide. This defence is so good, but they rely on each other to help each other out. When they're isolated like this, they can't.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks football in the middle. Cameron O'Brien. O'Brien gets a secondary tap away off the ground. Adelaide try to soccer forward. Ned Long goes in head first and bottles it up. Is it holding the ball? No. Let's go to Rhett Bigland's boundary.
Yeah, I've kept a close eye down here on Darcy Moore. Of course, he's very happy just to zone off whoever he's on. He's gone on Rankin, then Phil Thorpe. He can sit in that hole, but not paying a lot of respect. And, of course, the boos down here amongst the Adelaide crowd. It's all for Houston. They remember the showdown when he knocked out Rankin.
Long memories. Baby.
Speaking from experience, Biggles, in showdowns.
Rhett Biglands for Bob JT March. Houston with the footy on cue and the crowd get involved. Houston, middle of the ground. Wants to go long and strong into this forward line of Collingwood. Worrell's in the middle of it. Didn't take the mark off hands. Nick Dacos. Lipinski helps out. Handball comes over the back towards Nick Dacos. Crows get in first. Dive on the ball. That's dangerous in front of goal. Umpire says we'll ball it up. You don't want to do that too often.
No.
And that was the captain, Dawson, but he gets away with this one.
Schultz is looking so dangerous for Collingwood. We've been watching him. He's had a few possessions, couple of shots on goal already, set up that last goal as well.
Umpire throws it up. McStay does the ruck work at ground level. Crisp can't get it out. Tackled by a couple of Crows. McStay with a tackle. And again, umpire says we'll ball it up. It's only 15 out from the Collingwood goal. They've got 1-2-8. Adelaide have got 1 behind.
Hands off! This way again.
Umpire gets on with it. O'Brien with a good tap over the back. That's a terrific tap. And Cumming can clear for Adelaide.
So he gets it working up towards the outer side. Phil Thorpe. How's the mitts on that? Beautiful grab by the big man. He's just back with a centre wing on the eastern side. Tried to bite it off. Miscued. Collingwood can come strongly. Nick Dacos. Inside 50. Laser-like footy. Just went over the top of Elliott's head. Adelaide have got numbers. Just falling over at a crucial time was Keane back there. Worrell gathers for Adelaide. Side bottom puts some illegal pressure on. And Dawson, the Adelaide skipper, will get the footy at halfback.
That's the Collingwood we know, though, early in the year. That turnover footy, then the 3 or 4 overlap handballs. It's just a poor kick going inside 50. Otherwise, that's another shot on goal. So they have really come to play tonight. Look how well they've set up this ground defensively.
I'm going to say, you know, something we didn't mention before the game. You can talk about all the stars for Collingwood, all their great players. I'll tell you who I really trust is their coach, Craig McRae. Yeah. On a night like tonight, he's as organised as anything, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
He's one of the best in the business. And you've got to trust him and what he does. And he's been doing it for a while now.
1-4 the last 5 weeks. And the game they won was against Richmond. They were right in that too, Richmond. So they've been really poor the last 5 weeks, but he's rallied them together. Sometimes you need an away trip like this. This start's so important, which they've come to play.
Seabar Super comments tonight. Bernie, Vince, Dom Cassisi. Cameron reaches over the top. Quick kick forward coming for Adelaide. Gets it towards half forward. Murphy back in the side. Paddles forward. Can't get a handle on it. Keys busy. Bertie out to Peatling. Quick kick around to the front of the goal square. Caught behind Adelaide. Phil Thorpe and Curtin are there. Curtin a chance. He's going to come around onto his left, but he gets the handball away. Brodie Smith runs at goal, and it just drifts off to the right. It looked good off the boot, and it just misses, and it's a minor score. And Adelaide go to 2 behinds. A big chance gone begging there, and Collingwood are 1-2-8, and that's on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
He had some teammates out there. He used the outside of the boot. It was like a 45-metre outside of the boot banana. Needs a left foot, Brodie Smith.
Bernie Vince with Dom Cassisi tonight for Seabus Super. The Pies try and clear the area. She's streaming through, not taking clean possession. There was Parker. Footy's wrapped up, and we'll have a ball up. 1-2-8 Collingwood. 2 points Adelaide on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Red Z landing stats, just burning the ball a bit. The Crows, 55% by foot to Collingwood 71. Already 6 clanger kicks in this quarter.
Red Z lending, loans for the self-employed, RED.ZED.com. Side bottom out of the contest.
That's a talk.
Works it out wide. Schultz. She's covering some ground tonight, Schultz. Works it out wide. Membry. Got him on the lead up.
Stand.
Just at centre wing. Looking for the next option. Patient.
Stand.
It's a little bit like we saw Hawthorn do with Adelaide a couple of weeks ago. In the back half, they were able to take short stuff, as you've spoken about tonight, with the short hands and short kicks. Now Dacos, a long one inside 50. There was a big crunch of players back there. DeGoey, ground level, have a look at him go. Neil Bullen right on his tail. Footy at the top of 50. Wrapped up. And a big pack piling in. Umpire runs in. We'll have it balled up. 50 out from the Pies goal.
Just noticed too, a lot of teams put a lot of time into Nick Dacos, but you can see Lockie Murphy's coming to the side. He's going everywhere with Josh Dacos, so wherever he goes, he's just sticking right with him.
Phil Thorpe into the ruck for Adelaide. Coming away, Peatling, but his handball went straight to DeGoey. DeGoey's loose kick goes out towards the goal square. No one there. One player is there. Unbelievable. Jamie Elliott pounced on it. And the Pies get the first 2 of the night away from home in front of this Adelaide crowd. It's the perfect start for them. 2-2-14 they are. Adelaide are 2 behinds, and that's on the Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. No real danger yet, but you'd reckon Adelaide would want to steady it. They'd want to get one now.
Well, there's just a few uncharacteristic things you've seen from the Crows. Kicking efficiency's right down. Collingwood have had 13 handball receives. Crows have only had 2, so they're not running. And then the tackle count, it's like 15-5. So all those key indicators that the Crows have really relied on their game to get them to this point of the year have fallen away so far in this quarter. It's a bit similar when they played Hawthorn, but they were able to adjust. So it's going to be interesting to see now where the Crows can settle down and get back in the game.
Can't rely on coming back though in games, especially finals, and the weather's coming as well. Remember that, so they need to get their game going real quick, Adelaide.
Great insights there from Bertie Vincent, Dom Cassisi for Seabus Super. We're back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. And it's a really tight contested. Neil Bullen got it out to Dawson for Adelaide. On his left boot, works it up to a 2-on-1 against Maynard. Brilliant against Fogarty. And he fisted out of play, and they get around him as well.
They look up and about. They look up and about Collingwood.
They've come here with a job to do, and they're doing it at the moment. 3 players got around Braden Maynard then. All he did was spoil it out of bounds, but they're just valuing defence again. I love seeing this.
Pies lead it by 12. 14 gone opening term.
Holding,
Dawson, free kick.
Adelaide.
So Dawson's going to get the free kick here. 60 from home. Wants to get going. Dacos tries to close him down. Sends a long ball. Fogarty's in the spot. What a mark!
What a grab.
The Fog! Brilliant contested mark by the big man. And the Hulk will go back and have a shot from point blank.
Jeez, he's had the wind knocked out of him too. He's got his legs taken out from under him. What a big contested grab right when his team needed him. Been down on form a little bit too. The Fog have recently gone 50 metres too.
Yeah, against Houston.
That's silly because he actually missed one against West Coast, if you can remember back from last week, about the same distance. So that just left all the pressure off, but big mark.
Ben Keys.
So huge for the Fog. He's just trying to get some oxygen into those lungs.
Big
then
lung.
He comes. Bang. Adelaide get there first. 1-2-8. Collingwood 2-2-14. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs, Beacon Trade's got the fans, lights and switches to get it done. Partner up at beacontrade.com.au. Bertie Vincent, Don Cassisi, take us through that grab.
Well, that's as good as a contested mark you'd see. And they needed that. They needed to settle a little bit.
Got some leg rope too. Maynard was his opponent, just allowed him to go at it. He sort of went to Zach Taylor. I don't know what he was doing, Maynard, but he certainly wasn't on Fogarty. Allowed him to run and jump at the footy. Oh, that's a big... Geez, he hit the ground hard. He's a big man, Fog, but he had the wind taken out of him there. That's a good start. Good for his confidence. As I said, he's been down a little bit on goal-kicking form the last few weeks, so a big grab and a goal early is big for a key forward.
Yeah, just 3 goals in his last 4 games, Darcy Fogarty. 5 coaches' votes with 4 goals back in round 10 against the Pies, though, so a good matchup for him.
Bill Thorpe, McStay do the ruck work in the middle. Pendlebury gets the kick away. The veteran kicks high towards half forward. Crows play in front, but no mark taken. But Brodie Smith back into the sides. Good enough to go back and reclaim the footy. Oh, McCreary lays a big tackle on Saligo, but he breaks the tackle. Hamble comes back to Saligo. Crows work it through the middle, but under the pump, the quick kick away has been turned over, and the Pies have got the footy on the outer side. Houston it was. Goes to Pendlebury in the middle. Pendlebury long towards centre half forward to go. He sits under it. That's a good strong mark though in defence. And what a game, what a quarter I should say that Brodie Smith has played coming back into the side tonight. He's really fought hard to get games this year. Hasn't been able to work his way in many, many times, but Laird's suspended. He's come in and has started pretty well.
So he got it across to Hugh Bond, who sends it down the centre wing. Little turn there by Pendles to Quaynor. Gee, put it to the toes, made it hard for Crisp. Oh, he's held without it though. So Miller just held on to Crisp, who's got the footy. He's on the logo centre wing members. He's looking for the contest. Gee, flew high, couldn't drag it down. And that was McStay. Neil Bullen, who's been right with a few of these players, he sees it out. We'll have it thrown in. Right half forward for Collingwood. They lead it by 6 points, 17.5 gone. First turn, Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
Throw in members' side of the ground. It's about 70 around from the Collingwood goal. Going towards the big Riverbank stand. Phil Thorpe did the ruck work. Coming through Ned Long with brute force. Won it. Left foot kick to the front of the goal square. Off hands. Adelaide will win it through. Coming. Goes to Worrell. Worrell, all Australian form. You'd think his kick this time, though, is not great. And it goes to Crisp. Collingwood are on. Kicks back inside 50. Long is on the end of a short pass. And he wants to give off as well. Wasn't confident with the kick. And he's gone around the arc to Houston, who continues to cop jeers from the crowd.
You forget that was only last year, don't you?
Yeah.
Knock out to Rankin, but... Yeah,
well, his last game for Port Adelaide, wasn't it?
Yeah, just had to go the other side. Worrell being a left footer, he came back this way where all the traffic was, and Adelaide had left the contest, and it was 3v1 in the air. Collingwood were always going to mark that.
So Houston is a beautiful kick of the footy normally. This is just outside 50. Lets it go. Distance not a problem.
Wow.
Great kick. Umpire doesn't move, and they come running from everywhere, the Pies, to support him. And Collingwood get their third 3-2-20 lead. Adelaide 1-2-8. Dom Cassisi.
Well, you can just see once again, Collingwood, those short kicks. The short kicks, once they get the ball, they'll refuse to kick long and make it easy for the Crows defenders. So the Crows defenders are going to have to adjust now, Bern, aren't they? They're going to have to find their man quicker, come up the ground a little bit more, because it seems like they're just folding back a bit and out of sorts.
Had to go to that outer side, Worrell. Being a left footer, as I said, he came back this way where Collingwood they were the slowest team to leave the previous contest. So what he did, he just kicked it back to 3 Collingwood players in the air. I think Dawson tried to go, but should have gone out the open side. That's where Neil Bullen and all the wingmen were breaking out that open side, but came this side and paid the penalty.
We're back in the middle. Take a trip to McDonald Land with the new McDonald Land shake. The McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. Rucks go at it. O'Brien gets a tap down. Pendlebury came through. Saligo tried to rip the handball out. Nick Dacos got boot to ball. Works the Pies up the half forward. It's a bouncing, rolling footy. Boundary lines there. It's out of play. A couple of players trail it in. We'll have it thrown in. 60 around from Collingwood's goal.
Heath, what about missed tackles? Is there anything there? It seems like the Crows are walking through some of them.
Yeah, 100%. Red Z lending stats. Tackle efficiency for the Pies, 77%. So 70% they're attempting to sticking. Adelaide, 45%. Wow. Massive gap between those two sides. So well spotted.
Well, there's one that Hinge just walked through. Now Quaynor takes it for the Pies. He's streaming through the middle of the oval. Got a scrubby ball up towards Schultz, who's been busy. Millerer, very nice back there for Adelaide. He links up by hand to Saligo. Some run and gun from the skipper, Dawson. Works it out beautifully to Rankin. He's got a contest inside 50. He's asked to play on. The players aren't coming to him. So Rankin, plenty of time. Punches it inside 50. The fog was worked under the ball. Fans thought it was illegal. And here's Quaynor from deep in defence for Collingwood.
Goes to the outer side, centre wing, playing in front. Myercheck takes the mark, wants to run, takes on the handball, gives to Pendlebury, who's had plenty of it in this opening term. And the veteran stops, props, and takes the mickey in the end. He did about 3 or 4 things, but in the end it came unstuck, and he's made the mistake and he's handballed it out of play. Rhett Bigland's boundary.
Very clear down here that when Adelaide are when they're guarding the mark, they're stepping back and allowing Collingwood in a slow play to have a little bit more space. It looks as though the players have been instructed to try and guard the mark a different way tonight. It's very strange.
Rhett Bigland's Bob Jane teammates on the boundary as always. The tap came to Ned Long, another one to Pendlebury. Left foot kick to the middle. It wobbles a bit, but he finds his teammate McCreary. This man always busy. From South Adelaide here in South Australia, runs hard to about 60 out. It's a floater, it's a wobbler. And reading it beautifully is Keane, the Irishman, on the last line of defence.
He works it wide to Miller and he measures a short one to Rankin. Collingwood by 12 points. Played nearly 22 opening term. Rankin works it in the Dawson direction. Cameron wrapped up by O'Brien. Ball spills out. Smith, as Ditch said, has been enormous in this opening quarter. Smothered off the boot of Neil Bullen. It goes out of play. Dacos there with it, Nick. And we'll have it thrown in attacking side of centre wing on the eastern side here for Collingwood.
Yeah, Red Z lending stats. It's the veterans leading the way at the moment. Brodie Smith, equal leading ball winner for the Crows. 6 touches, 3 of those contested. Scott Pendlebury leading all comers. 8 disposals, couple of inside 50s as well.
Good on you, Ethan. O'Brien plays in front, got the tap, but Collingwood will get the clearance, or will they? No, they won't. Because that's brilliant from O'Brien. Won the tap, then applied the tackle. Gee, Bernie, you want your ruckman doing that, don't you?
Geez, he looked angry too, Riley O'Brien. I like it. He's trying to lift his team.
So Collingwood were away. Nick Dacos gets a handball away, or a quick kick it was, off the boot awkwardly to Pendlebury to go. He sockets forward, and it'll be fortunate. Membry plays in front, and it hits him on the chest. I don't think it was intended for him, but he's got it.
It's just a kick out of the air, wasn't it? But luck's a fortune. That's why you play in front as a forward and always watch the footy. And that's what Tim Membry did. It's a beautiful shot on goal. Membry already kicked the goal earlier.
Yeah, Red Z, 24-8 set shots this year, Tim Membry.
So he kicked the first of the night, and this is similar. Straight out in front from centre half forward he'll be, just inside the 50-metre line. He'll get the distance, no problem. His first goal tonight was dead straight, gun barrel straight. Kick on its way. Umpire hasn't moved again, and he'll just get there. He's got 2. And Collingwood go to 4-2-26. It's a handy break in this opening term. Adelaide a 1-2-8 at Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
There's a bit of a battle in the coaches box at the moment. Both teams in play are playing with a spare in the back line. So for the Crows, they've got Hinge behind the ball, and then Collingwood, they've got more.
Yep.
But Hinge is not having any impact at all. He hasn't had one mark. And just when you watch the Collingwood go inside 50, then Hinge was way out of position, Burn. He's not able to impact that kick going inside 50, or at least force it wide. So the Crows need to change that up.
Yep.
If they're going to have a spare, that person has to impact and make it harder for Collingwood going inside 50.
I just love what the Collingwood forwards have done to the Adelaide defence. We haven't seen a team do this before. They're splitting, they're isolating. It's all one-on-ones. There's no help. They can't get across and help out. Great planning.
Seabar Super making hard work pay off. Bernie Vincent, Dom Cassisi there. We're back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. I've got to say, I have not seen this much space in opposition forward lines against Adelaide this year as Pendles gathers and handballs across. Quaynor sends a long high ball in. Myercheck sets himself. Ground level Lipinski. O'Brien wraps it up here for Adelaide. And we'll have a ball up.
Again, one-on-ones going inside 50. McStay pulled Murray back. And Membry pulled Hinge out of it as well. So, again, isolating.
Tap down Lipinski. Fired out a handball. A bit too slick there for Elliott. Here's Neil Bullen for Adelaide. Everything they do under pressure. Here's Moore trying to feed in. Now, Maynard's got a free here. He was half-decked off the ball. Maynard. Nothing much in it on the Harvey Norman replay.
So Maynard centre wing outer side of the ground. Clock ticking down to quarter time. It's been a good opening for Collingwood away from home. Maynard goes high inside the 50. A lot of tools back there. The big fist came from Murray. Off hands. Collingwood a chance. Lipinski in the end hassled out of it at ground level. Lipinski goes again. Handball comes out towards Neil Bullen. Quick kick out of defence. Goes out towards centre wing. Frampton with a handball. Inboard Maynard. Maynard turned like a ship in the night. He was that slow. He gave it to Houston, put him right under the pump.
Let's go, clear the area.
Crows fans want holding the ball. Umpire says held to him. Will ball it up, centre wing on the outer side.
Bit in that tackle from Thilthorpe, dumped him and then pushed his head in the ground. They haven't forgotten.
So the tap, Cameron got the better of it. Crows should come away. Dawson, no, was tackled as he tried to get the kick away. Nick Dacos sits on top of it. And again, the umpire comes in to ball it up. 26 plays 8. Collingwood lead late in this opening term.
Now, free kick. They both hit each other. That's just poor. The umpire was sucked in then. Dacos hit with almost more force than the umpire was watching.
So Dacos, this is Nick, centre wing on the logo. Tries to get the barrel rolling. He gets it working right there. Gee, my check was sort of there to almost take it. Taylor got it across under all sorts of pressure here, Adelaide. And they just run to the line. And it's out of play. Score big at Harvey Norman right now. Score bonus gift cards with selected TVs, vacuums, washing machines and more. Harvey Norman, best range, best brands, best price guaranteed. Conditions apply, and checking that out on the Harvey Norman. Not a lot of that.
That is powder puff.
Both of them hit each other. It's just that Dacos went down to his knees. So and the umpire saw both of them, so I just don't get that.
Coming straight back, yes.
Comments from Bernie Vince. So ball up 40 out from Collingwood's goal. McStay. O'Brien, McStay, a second go at it. Miller off hands. He was tackled straight away by McCreary.
Geez, they're hungry.
And the umpire says, I'll have it.
They are hungry, aren't they? As soon as Adelaide get the footy, they are dumped to the ground. They're getting no time and space with the footy.
Again, O'Brien and McStay. O'Brien got the better of it. A side bottom, though. He fumbled. Left it behind. Taylor got a handball out. Fogarty, left foot kick along the boundary line. And it goes out of play or insufficient. I don't like these. I really don't. You never know what they're going to pay. It comes inboard to Perryman. Perryman from centre wing just bombs it long. Big pack of players at half forward for Collingwood. No one takes the mark. Ball goes over the back and it's out of play. And the crowd aren't enjoying the umpiring at the moment. Couple of minutes remain in this opening term. Collingwood 4-2-26. Adelaide a 1-2-8.
So throw in. We're inside 50 here for Collingwood. Tap down. Coming through, crisp. It was held. Got the handball away. McCreary. He was held a long time without it. Now the Crows, they just sort of try and hatch it. It's wrapped up. We'll have a ball up. Red Zed Lenders, Heath. What are the inside 50s for the opening quarter?
Oh, it's so one-sided. 19-6 Collingwood's way. Nick Dacos with 5 of those.
19 inside 50s for a quarter here for Adelaide against them. Rankin. Gee, he was under all sorts of pressure and they missed by foot again. Side bottom. Nearly 60 from home.
Geez, that ground was set up well defensively by Collingwood. Had nowhere to go, Adelaide, and again won the footy back.
Pendlebury, is Maynard going to run past? No. Pendlebury gets the kick away, but Phil Thorpe got in there with a hand. The handball came out to Peatling, who's under the pump. He goes sideways across half-back and then kicks to a vacant centre wing. He'll need a good bounce here. Quaynor gets there first. Can he keep it alive? He does. Well played, Quaynor. Then got tackled. We got the handball forward. Houston on the right boot. Gets a checky inboard. Front of the goal square, McStay. Couldn't mark it. Butters up. Left foot kick at goal. And he's missed. And Collingwood are on the attack. No doubt about that. 4-3-27. The Pies, Adelaide. The Crows are 1-2-8. Triple M Beacon Trade scoreboard.
We spoke about his influence this year at his new club, Dan Houston, but geez, he started well in this quarter. Big game for his footy club. He stood up.
So here's coming across half-back for Adelaide. They will want to get to the quarter-time break really quickly. It's only a bit over a minute left in this opening term.
2 weeks in a row this, though, from Adelaide. 2 slow starts at home.
Coming, works it down on Maynard. Lovely contested mark right in front of Red Biglands. He's down there for us tonight for Bob Jane T-Marts. They've got great buy 3, get 1 free, instant cash back deals. Call the shop online today. T's and C's apply as Bruzzy Maynard works it up towards half forward. And it's fisted away beautifully by Milera.
Something else with those inside 50s. Adelaide had the first 3 of the game. Since then, 21-3 Collingwood's way. 21 of the last 24 have gone right to your radio dial.
Good on you, Ethan, on top of all the stats. The ruckman wait for the ball to come in front of the members. Cameron in front, brings it down to Lipinski, side bottom there to help it. Lipinski wrapped up by Rankin. The umpire says, I'll have it.
Rankin's only had the 3 disposals, no clearances. He's spent most of the quarter on ball, not getting tagged. He needs to get in the play.
Gee, neither ruckman get a run at it. Cameron gets a little left foot kick forward, doesn't go far enough. He then hits it under, he going straight back to him. Lipinski gets a right foot kick forward, and it's not his best. It goes straight out of play on the full. And in the dying seconds of this opening term, the Crows have the footy.
Saw the runner go out to Peatling. It looks like the message was go to Nick Dacos. Having too much of an influence on this one. I saw around that stoppage really trying to get to him.
Adelaide try and work it out of defence. Big fist there from Frampton. And it goes out of play.
Yeah, he's now the number 1 ranked Pine. Nick Dacos, 9 touches, 4 clearances, 5 inside 50. So he's starting to get really busy. Nearly 300 metres gained as well.
Peatling again going to him at this stoppage. So just trying to clamp down.
Nick's deep in thought there on the Harvey Norman as Maynard goes down behind play. Him and Thilthorpe just having a bit of a bumping duel. Here's Peatling, just overran it. Dacos. This is Nick sending it inside 50. Elliott, he had the sit, didn't fly. Ground level ball. Bond for Adelaide. He works it across. And it goes through the hands of Hinge to Miller. Nice mark, Cameron.
Oh, 50.
And 50.
That was stiff.
That's not.
That was stiff because I thought Riley O'Brien got first touch on that. And the second, a bit going on here too.
And they're getting into Thilthorpe.
He did. But that's good from Collingwood. Let him know he's made a mistake, potentially cost his side a goal. It looked like O'Brien got the first touch on that though. You need to see the Harvey Norman.
I seriously thought he tapped it because the whistle, he actually beat the whistle on it. So you're still fighting for the ball until the whistle goes.
So the siren has sounded.
There'll be a bit going on here too. If Collingwood kick this goal, watch them to go for Riley Thilthorpe.
Well, have a look at where the pack's gathering, Bern. They're all standing right next to each other.
I'd drag Riley Thilthorpe away from him. I'd say come over to the huddle now. You don't want him to do anything silly.
This is going to be a mosh pit sort of action as Darcy Cameron comes in. City in goal to put the Pies 25 points in front at quarter time. He likes it a lot. Collingwood have come to play. Adelaide have got some headaches.
Look at the people, the boys on the bench are running out.
Have a look at them stream out. Still gift style. Let's go around the grounds. Choice Hotels.
Yeah, you got to touch on the cricket as well. South Africa 3 for 83 against Australia. Early results. GWS by 35, Carlton 54, Hawthorn 36. So a lot of those teams locking in final spots. Now Collingwood's turn.
Quarter time here at the Adelaide Oval. Collingwood by 25 points. Back with Bernie Vincent, Dom Cassisi after the break. For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter for Beacon Trade. Tradies, big jobs, small jobs. Beacon Trade's got the fans, lights and switches to get it done. Partner up at beacontrade.com.au.
For McDonald's,
Triple M rocks footy.
take a trip to McDonald Land with the new McDonald Land Shake. You love Triple M footy on the weekend. And the footy doesn't stop on Triple M's Rush Hour.
Footy happening left, right and centre.
With star players.
Good to see you, Tom Mitchell. Thanks, boys. Libby Birch, what a start.
Thank you very much.
And career achievements.
We had the top 100 footballers to come out of New South Wales, and Fat didn't appear in it.
I think I'd rather win premiership.
And Fat didn't win any of them either.
Triple M's Rush Hour. Monday from 4 on Melbourne's Triple M. The multi-award winning Ford Ranger. Number 1 and still not done.
The Hilton sale is now on, so you don't have to book last year's hidden gem, which was hidden for a reason. Rustic charm, translation, no aircon, no Wi-Fi, and one goat. This year you booked your stay with Hilton. Spacious rooms, total relaxation. Let Hilton sale save your summer. Get away with up to 20% off. Book now at Hilton.com. Hilton, for the stay. Offer subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply.
If you've been injured at work, you should seek legal advice. For advice on all your compensation entitlements, which could be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, call Arnold Thomas and Becker Lawyers. And if you don't win, there's no fee.
What would you pay for award-winning internet? How about $1? Wait, is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? That's right. Switch to Aussie Broadband and pay just $1 for your first month on select plans. That's one simple way to experience the award-winning difference for yourself, backed by a reliable network and no lock-in contracts. Switch today at aussiebroadband.com.au. I'm switching right now. New customers only. Ends August 31. T's and C's apply.
Whether it's stadium lights on game day or down lights on the job, Beacon Trade's got your back. We've got your downlights, pendants, switches and sensors, all backed by the best pricing and warranties backed by Beacon. Beacon Trade, let's make light work.
Paying for a gym membership means going the first month, sleeping in the next month, voicemails from your personal trainer, taking up cold plunges instead, realising you're more of a good book by the fire type, hot chocolate by the fire type,
Marshmallow.
forgot you even signed up for the gym type. Go from forgotten subscriptions to found savings with the Westpac app's clever tech. To get it done, it takes a little Westpac. Westpac online banking T's and C's. Eligibility, fees and charges apply.
Can I have a marshmallow?
Listen up, because this is the story of how to escape your pricey telco. Just switch to Amazon Mobile and get a massive 120 gigs for just $35 every renewal for 12 renewals. And that's all there is to it.
Amazing.
28-day expiry until withdrawn. T's and C's apply.
So, have you had anything to drink?
Yeah, but only a couple. And I ate a big meal.
Okay, breathe into the device, please. One long continuous breath.
I also drank plenty of water. And I'm a pretty big guy as well.
Okay, you've blown over 0.05, so I'm going to need you to step out of the car.
I'm not going to lose my license, am I? I didn't drink that much.
Stop kidding yourself. If you drink, don't drive. A message from the TAC.
This sound could save your life. If you're 45 to 74, you can do a free bowel screening test at home every 2 years. If you already have one, put it in the bathroom and get to it. Visit bowelcancer.org.au for more information.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Titanium Caravans. Make your next caravan a Titanium Caravan. Proudly Australian made and owned. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
Well, the Pies out of the blocks here at the Adelaide Oval. They lead by 25 at quarter time. 5-3-33 Adelaide, a 1-2-8 for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. Let's get the Triple M Red Z lending stats from the opening term, Heath.
Yeah, and with that 25-point lead, 24 inside 50s Collingwood's way, equal most by any team in a quarter this season. Most Adelaide's conceded in a quarter in 8 years. It is just one-way traffic. 18 rebound 50s they've had. They haven't gone inside 50 from one of those. AFL teams normally go about 25%, so that's a massive number for the Crows as well. Pendlebury 11, Nick Dacos 10, Jack Crisp 7 leading the way for the Pies. Isaac Cumming the most for the Crows, 7 touches.
Bob Jane T-Mart's a great buy 3, get 1 free plus instant cashback deals. Call the shop online today. T's and C's apply. Biggles.
Yeah, no injury news down here, but Matty Nicks didn't spend a lot of time with his players. It was mainly in the line groups, but you can see why Collingwood have won 10 in a row here. They generate their own electricity. After that goal, it was every player off the bench, training staff, support staff were all around the goal kicker.
Yeah, you're right, because it was interesting to see, wasn't it?
Yep.
For a goal on siren time, they went nuts.
They've come here with the job to do and are doing it so well. Just the pressure on the footy. They're exciting each other, rousing through the middle of the ground. They've been so good.
Crows' previous home game, they were 5-1 down against Hawthorn, and they responded. They're playing Collingwood tonight. It's a different proposition for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks football. Pies are out of the middle. Dacos again. Nick Dacos causing so many headaches at the moment. Saligo picks the ball up at halfback. Went back to Worrell. Worrell, who's been in such great form, and Hinge delivers to the middle of the ground. Dawson, the captain, needs to lift as he always seems to do. Kicks this one forward. Ball loose over the back. Who gets back first? Collingwood do. Rampton comes away with the footy. Got tackled at the last moment by the big fella Phil Thorpe, and it forced the turnover. Brodie Smith plays on. He's getting called to come back, and a good thing too, because the kick wasn't his best. I don't know why you're not allowed to play on, but Brodie Smith to come back. Already mentioned that he had a pretty good opening term. In the end, the tackle from Phil Thorpe was effective because it made the ball fall short, and Brodie Smith played in front. He's going to give off. There's a lead, Fogarty, and Fogarty marks inside 50.
As I look down at the Harvey Norman there, geez, it was good work off the ball from the Adelaide forwards. They all almost did a circle around each other. There was body work and blocks, and Fogarty was the man that got out and open, and Brodie Smith, to his credit, saw it and hit it.
So Fogarty, the goal kicker in that first term, took a fantastic contested mark. This one was a good mark out on a lead. Fogarty will kick just inside 50, about 48 metres out. We know he's a good kick of the footy. Lets it go, and the crowd like it. The Crows get the first of the second term. A big booster for them. He's got both goals for Adelaide. They go to 2-2-14. Trail Collingwood 5-3-33. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Well, that's the start they needed just to settle them down a little bit. But, you know, for them to get going back in this game, there's two jobs they need to tick off. And one is the job on Dacos.
Yep.
Peatling has to shut him down. And the other one is Lockie Murphy got brought in the team to shut down Josh Dacos. Hasn't done it yet.
No.
But if they can start this quarter just locking down those few jobs, start winning in the middle, getting a look inside 50, they've got the power up front to be able to hit the scoreboard pretty quick.
Bizarre role that, like Lockie Murphy to come into the team to run with Josh Dacos. He's going everywhere with him. Dacos at half back at the moment, and it's not getting done. I don't know how many times Murphy would have tagged someone in his career.
Seabar Super there with Dom Cassisi and Bernie Vince for McDonald's and Reba Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy as the rain starts coming down here at the Adelaide Oval. Dawson for the Crows, bursting away. Got a handball out. Rankin, gee, was under a lot of pressure. Got boot to ball, going to the line, and it's going to be insufficient intent. So against Collingwood, and coming. He has to go over the boundary line, the umpire's telling him.
So coming for Adelaide, right by the interchange gate. Gains a bit of meterage, plays on, runs hard, kicks towards half forward. Collingwood play in front. And the mark taken by Cameron in the end, a little bit easy.
Stay clear, thank you.
So just steadies things for the moment. Takes a bit of time. Doesn't know where to go. Runs into trouble. Tex is going to run him down. So he gets a handball sideways. And Collingwood are in disarray coming out of defence. Eventually the kick away. Good pressure Adelaide this time. It allows O'Brien, the other ruckman, to take a mark. He handballs to Dawson and then gets in his way. That was clumsy from the ruckman. In the end, a handball to Worrell, who just bombs it very, very high. Thilthorpe caught behind. He shoved everyone in the back. Umpire said play on. Handball came to side bottom. Parker out of defence. Ran into a fair bit of trouble. Big tackle applied. And it's on Dawson. And Parker did well because he lost the ball with a bad handball, then applied a real good tackle, and the umpire will ball it up. Right half forward for Adelaide. The ruckman grapple. O'Brien with strength comes away with the ball. Tried to get a kick away, was smothered. Cameron on hands and knees out to De Goey. He used strength as well in heavy traffic. What a handball that was. Ned Long in big trouble. Gets a handball back to De Goey. De Goey kicks to centre wing. Collingwood, they fly. McStay went up high. Didn't get near it in the end. Hinge fires a ball inside 50. Adelaide have lifted early in this second term. Tex Walker's on the end of the lead.
Well, we're just saying the scoring end's always the northern end. It's been quite the opposite tonight. Collingwood obviously kicking to the city end. A heap of goals in that first quarter. What a courageous effort from Keane to go back with the flight too. Caused the spillage, hit the deck, cleaned it up Adelaide, and then a nice kick to Tex Walker. Big kick this too.
Gee, Keane, we see him do it time and time again. So Walker on his way at about 52 metres out. He normally can get the distance all right. It's a nice-looking kick. Adelaide have got the first two, and they're up and about. Tex runs back to his teammates, and they high-five. That's an important goal. Adelaide are starting to come back at the Pies. 3-2-20. Collingwood lead 5-3-33. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Brett Bigland's boundary.
Yeah, Keane is up on his feet, of course. He's had that concussion issue against Port Adelaide from pre-season, which put him out for a while. Doctors won't take any risk with him, but he jumped straight back to his feet. That collision down here at ground level, that was enormous. Great to see him up and about.
It was a big knee. We were just looking on the Harvey Norman. It wasn't so much his head. It was a big knee in the back and hit from McStay in the contest. He had to go, and he went. Courageous, and you love that. Tex, after kicking that goal, turned straight around and ran over to Mark Keane and said, thank you very much.
Well, Adelaide get the first two of the second term. We've played nearly 6 minutes on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Collingwood still with a 13-point lead. O'Brien out of the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. Now the Pies through to Goey. Streaming forward inside 50 ball. Fisted away from McStay by Murray. Round level footy to be won here. Going in strongly, Saligo. Here's Elliott and Peatling. They do battle. Elliott sort of grabbed it, held it in. Now the umpire will run in, will have a ball up.
Geez, I watched the close-up then of Maynard and Thilthorpe off ball. They are just trash-talking each other, pointing at each other, almost across the throat from Maynard. He wants a piece of him.
Tap down inside the Pies 50 here. They lead it by 13, Collingwood, in the second term. Nearly 7 minutes done.
They're still yapping.
Ball up, 40 out for Collingwood. O'Brien over the top. Good tap. Down to Cumming. Cummings clearing kick. Things are just starting to go right for Adelaide. A real blind kick out of defence. Found Fogarty, who's got the ball half-back in front of the members. He doesn't know where to go. Thought about going backwards. Now kicks forward. Cameron's under this one. Didn't take the mark off hands. Rankin was good. Quick handball forward. Murphy. Another one to Peatling. Peatling fires inside 50. Maynard didn't get a real run at it. Neil Bullen's handball forward. Walker handball forward. Goal coming up. Curtin. Adelaide 3 in a row. Listen to the crowd on their feet. It was all Collingwood in the opening term, and now it's all Adelaide. 4-2-26 they are. Collingwood 5-3-33. What a game we've got at the Adelaide Oval. Triple M Caravan scoreboard.
We said Rankin's been pretty quiet. Dom in that first term had no influence whatsoever, but he was up against Darcy Cameron. He was up against the ruckman, and Darcy Cameron went one out. He almost up by himself, and somehow Isaac Rankin has plucked it. He double grabbed it, Cameron, and Rankin stole it off him, and that created the chain. It was just overlap handball then, and they just looked like they were going to score. They ended up having an outnumber inside forward 50, and they just made it a certainty with Curtin.
Well, the Crows' pressure feels like it's through the roof this quarter. Ethan, you got the pressure rating there. It seems like they've just come to play this quarter and really taken it up to Collingwood at the moment.
They certainly have. Their pressure rating in the first quarter, 164. AFL averages 180. This quarter, Crows are going at 257.
Wow. Triple M Red Z leading stats. There was a blood rule as well with Cameron coming off, so it's left McStay against O'Brien. Pendlebury tries to gather. Here's McStay doing a bit of the roving stuff. Inside 50. Pack forms. G. Keane was brilliant off hands there, but the kick ill-directed and side bottom. Able to shark it. Collingwood under some real pressure early on in this second term. They still lead it by 7. A long inside 50 ball. They fly. No one able to drag it down. Elliott's wrapped up in a strong tackle by Bond. And we'll have a ball up deep 50 here for Collingwood.
This Bond's been good, hasn't he, on Elliott? Kept him really quiet as well. He's looked dangerous a few times, Elliott, but Bond's been right with him.
Just one disposal, Jamie Elliott.
Umpire throws it up. Red Z lending stats. Ethan Meldrum. Worrell had an airy. Good pressure. Collingwood in front of their goal. McCreary gets involved with a tackle. Umpire to ball it up again. It's about 40 out from the Pies goal. Going towards the hill, the northern end. Adelaide Oval. The tap comes down to Crisp. His kick forward will be marked by Cumming, and Cumming will go across goal. Crows can just take their time with this one out of defence. Keane. Little short passes on Millerer. What great form this fella's been in. Millerer got the ball deep in defence. A long centre wing on that outer side, or through the fingertips of Curtin. He won't want that one back. He won't want to watch that, I can tell you. And then he's tackled over the boundary line, and the umpire says we'll throw it in on that outer side.
Smart play there from Curtin. He wasn't going to get through that tackle, and to get it out of bounds, just reset. They made a mistake, but that was smart taking it out of bounds.
So what's been the big change, boys? Is it simply Adelaide's pressure? Is that it, or is it more?
Contest as well.
Around the ball, Houston. McStay trying to gather. Pendlebury having a fumble, very un-Pendlebury-like. And he's wrapped up.
+4 in contested possession as well, Adelaide. They've brought the heat this quarter. They had to do it at their last home game here against Hawthorn. They had to do the same thing. This is a mirror image.
Tap down. So O'Brien's up against McStay with Darcy Cameron still off with that blood rule. Curtin, he sort of dropped that ball. Schultz tried to rifle it out. Murphy was good in the contest. Releasing it out. Got it to Peatling to Millerer. Wants to get the wheels working. There sees a target, delivers beautifully. Neil Bullen dishes off the handball. Coming, running, gathering, under some real pressure. Got the handball away. More. Gee, the Pies were strong back there. They had an outnumber. And here is Josh Dacos. It's not a great kick. Straight to Hinge.
Fall again.
He makes a real meal of it. Hinge kicks it out of bounds on the full.
Gee, not his best kick at all. Probably a pretty good kick, but he missed everything by miles. And Josh Dacos, who I'm going to say a moment ago, terrific pickup from Josh Dacos under pressure in defence.
Yeah, he fumbles
very smooth.
Fumbles that, they're in trouble, aren't they?
So kicks the ball back into play, goes towards centre wing. O'Brien's out there, had it, but didn't complete the mark. Handball came to Crisp, he lost it. Crowd wanted holding the ball. Loose ball on that outer side. Schultz picks it up, quick kick forward. Mychek's got to beat a couple, and he can't. And he gave away the free kick anyway. And Bond will get the free kick, who, as we just mentioned, is playing pretty well. So drizzle falling at the Adelaide Oval. Bit of rain about. Crows have got the ball at half-back. Oh, terrible kick. Turnover. Collingwood, Myercheck takes the mark. Chips a little one forward. Houston's got it. So Houston centre wing. Not much on offer for him at the moment, so it takes a bit of time. It's going to go short in the end. There was someone on. It was Schultz, who started that opening term so well. Has gone a bit quiet, but back into it with a chance to have a shot at goal right now.
Just watch for the handball receive here around the back. This will be right on Lockie Schultz's distance. Going to have to kick it from probably about 52, 53 metres, or looking to pull it maybe to the top of the square, but a lot of Adelaide numbers back there.
You can see on the screen, Harvey Norman's screen, he's got his eyes darting sideways, but then he does go long, goes to the goal square. O'Brien gets back as all good ruckman should. He got the fist away. Offhand Dacos. Did he get a high one? Umpire said no. Then he got tackled. That's holding the ball. Surely umpire. Had to be. McCreary gets the kick forward to Membry. Membry, little toe poke around the corner. Didn't quite get there. It fell short, and Hinge can mop it up.
So really deep in defence. He's hemmed away. Gets it working up to centre wing, but Frampton. Nice little take for the Pies. They lead it by 7, Collingwood.
Need a contest there, Adelaide. Phil Thorpe hasn't had much of the footy. No influence on this game so far. Just has to be down the line there. Bring it to ground. Give Adelaide forwards a chance.
So they work it through Moore to Quainer. Initially from Frampton. Now with Perryman. Forward to centre wing. Collingwood by 7 on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Second term played 13. Long ball in. Millera flew. Oh, he let it to the back.
Oh, no.
Here's Elliott. Here's Myercheck. Elliott. He's taken high, is he? Very lucky. Big one's Bob Jane T. Marts.
Yeah, they couldn't stop Darcy Cameron's bleeding in that gash from his eyes. They've taken him downstairs and they've just stitched him up, so he's come up now. Been a long time without the number 1 ruck on the field.
And the ruck is being done by Myercheck here. Working through was Long, Millera, and McCreary's wrapped up. Good clearance put on him by Cumming. We'll have another ball up inside the attacking 50 for Collingwood.
This way. Right.
So Adelaide, the first 3 goals of this second term. Pies yet to add one. After they led 5 goals to 1 at quarter time, Elliott applies a tackle. Umpire says, I'll have it.
Okay, backing out here.
Till Thorpe only had the 1 disposal the whole game. Good to see him get a run on ball. Throw him in the ruck, get him in the play.
Umpire throws it up. Left forward pocket for Collingwood. O'Brien with a tap down to Millera. Millera's handball went to Berry. Berry went to ground at the wrong time. Millera in to help out. Elliott won the ball. He went to ground as well.
His Bond's been good.
Umpire.
Like, he won't get much recognition for that. But the great tackle, great control again on Elliott. He was bursting through that contest. Just a clean tackle. Beautiful.
O'Brien plucks it out of the air with strength. Handball to Keys. Keys runs into Quainer, but got a kick away to the middle of the ground. No mark taken. Umpire put his whistle to his mouth. He was going to give Collingwood a free and then decided against it. Ball comes to Keys, to Peatling with a handball. Millera off half-back. Beautiful kick finds Murphy forward. They're running, but he's fallen over as he tried to play on. He slipped over holding the ball. Proud can't believe it. He slipped over at the wrong time. You can hear the reaction. Collingwood free kick.
Oh. And I thought he made the handball as well. Was he tackled? I thought he handballed it, but...
So Harvey Norman replay. Slipped over, tackled. More fans really distraught here at the Adelaide Oval. Frampton works it up towards half forward. Pack forms. Fogarty's made his way across that half back line for the moment. Nice mark completed here by Parker for Collingwood.
Need a big contest down the line. It's a couple of times now. Phil Thorpe won, and Tex just needs to be within a kick. Got to bring that ball to ground. Can't allow opposition marks.
Collingwood lead it by 7 points. They work up towards half forward. Cameron back onto the field, as you heard Red Biglands tell us. Here's Dawson taking it away, trying to release Taylor. Back to Dawson. Left foot ball, working it out in the Keys. 1-on-1 with Parker. Oh, Keys up.
Plucked it.
Great mark. He's got it at centre wing.
Gee, that was a good contested mark. Goes short to Tex Walker, who's a long way from goal. We'll want to find someone. We'll want a lead coming up.
Curtains down there. Fogarty.
Called to get on with it. Tex bombs it long. Goes to the front of the goal square. The tools are there for Collingwood. Quaynor gets a handball out quickly. They're under the pump. Side bottom helps out, can go either side. This time he goes left. Left foot kick, but it's not his best. And Tex Walker sits under it. Sees someone loose in the middle of the ground. Tex has never done that before. He's kicked it straight to a Collingwood player. And that's holding the ball umpire, surely. And the umpire says no. Play it on. The crowd can't believe it. McQuarrie's away to Nick Dacos. And he pays them a free. The advantage paid. Handball coming forward, Schultz. Nick Dacos, if it sits for him, it does. Dacos. Crowd don't like the umps at the moment. The kick into centre half forward's a loose one. My check on the end of it. Ned Long it is. Long. His kick goes off the side of the boot and out of play. And there were probably 4 frees in a row that were absolute shockers. And the Crows crowd don't like it.
Yeah, that's holding the ball. He had one arm free.
Harvey Norman replay screen. Schultz has just thrown the ball away from a Worrell tackle. That is shocking umpiring.
He had one arm pinned, Worrell in the tackle. Perfect tackle. And then he did get rid of it, Schultz. So it's holding the ball.
Bill Thorpe got the tap down from the throw-in. Pendlebury, what a gather. Then he lost it. He was held. Ball spills out. Side bottom. Boot to ball. Right to the square. They set themselves. Murray came through with a big fist. And it goes out of play. Score big at Harvey Norman. Right now, score bonus. Gift cards and selected TVs, vacuums, washing machines, and more. Harvey Norman, best range, best brands, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply. They look after our Harvey Norman replay.
So ball to be thrown in right forward pocket for Collingwood, who haven't scored a goal in this term yet. Phil Thorpe over the top. It comes to Lipinski. Handball to Crisp. Crisp is handball straight to the boundary line. And
teammate there. That's
umpire says we'll throw it in.
They're a bit angry, the Adelaide support.
They are up and about.
They probably could have got a couple of frees before, but that one is not deliberate.
As adjudicated by Bernie Vince here on Triple M. Membry into the ruck this time at ground level. Dawson tackled out of it. Handball comes out. Quick kick, Pendlebury. Left foot kick, as always, goes goalward. And sitting under it, Nick Murray in the end had to take a slips catch, but he handled it beautifully in the end.
Collingwood lead it by 7 points. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard. Adelaide working it across the outer side. Make your next caravan a Titanium Caravan. Proudly Australian made and owned. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au. From halfback Curtin. Works it down the line. Phil Thorpe cannon into his teammate there, Murphy. Phil Thorpe butted up and then he was wrapped up. So we'll have a ball up eastern side of the ground at centre wing. Collingwood by 7 points. Played nearly 19 minutes second term.
So ball up, Ruckman grapple. Collingwood free kick. In the ruck contest, both ruckmen went to ground. Phil Thorpe's having plenty to say to the umpire. Cameron with the free kick.
Needs to keep control, Phil Thorpe. He's starting to get frustrated. Hasn't had a lot of the footy. Hasn't kicked a goal, but can't give free kicks away like that.
So the kick forward for Collingwood. Big fist came from behind. Adelaide defence standing tall at the moment. Crisp is there for Collingwood. Hassled out of it by Dawson. But in the end, Schultz picked it up, gave it to Pendlebury. Long left foot kick inside 50. Meyer checked the target, couldn't take the market, got to him on the bounce. Saligo was good. Fends off, runs out of defence, delivers to centre wing, but kicks it straight to Cameron. He want the boundary line, but it stays alive. Cameron picked it up, handballed back inboard. Nick Dacos with the footy, has a bounce. Little left foot kick forward's good, finds Maynard.
Need to put some time into Dacos. Every time he gets it, he's got time and space. That's when he can really cut you up. He's such a good decision maker and good executor. Got to put some time into him. Thought Peakling went to him, but they've loosened off that one.
Superback hard payoff. Here he is, Dacos, getting it from his brother Josh. So Nick with the footy.
15 touches now, Nick Dacos, 7 inside 50s.
NZ lending stats there with Eve.
This man's had some space as well.
Pendlebury, the man with the footy. Poking it inside 50 to Ngoe. Late close from Barry Armstrong.
No, they're not going to be happy.
Fans are ropeable here at the Adelaide Oval.
They're falling over the fence. They're trying to get it. They're trying to get to Ngoe. Not his fault.
The 19th man is up and about here.
I'm not sure I've seen a bigger smile on Dom Cassie's face in a while.
Very happy with the quarter time score, Dom.
Collingwood lead it by 7 points at a Ngoe shot on goal.
Oh, that's not there either.
He's gone with the check side. Going right there, he's missed. It's a bit shallow. Minor score. So it's an 8-point Collingwood lead. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Well, to the Crows' credit, they've gone to work this quarter and they're making it hard for Collingwood. They're giving them set shots, that's fine, but you're going to have to kick a banana from 50 metres out. They've really bunkered down defensively, and Collingwood can't take an inch at the moment.
Crows kicking's very good. It goes to Worrell at half-back and he handballs off. Running hinge out of defence. Risky kick, though. He's turned it over. Houston has taken the intercept mark, fires it back in, and Ned Long's on the end of it, takes the mark. Gee, that was a bad mistake, Adelaide. Now Collingwood run into trouble. Josh Dacos ran into Crows defender and had to get a handball away. Is that holding the ball? High tackle, Peatling, surely. Pendlebury gives away the free kick. Geez, tough. He said, come on, you got to be joking, but he just about ripped his head off, to be fair.
Poor decision, poor calling from Josh Dacos.
Yeah,
shouldn't have called for that handball received. There was an Adelaide player in front of him that was just going to put frontal pressure on straight away. And as a team, if you're doing the team rules, you do not call for that. You say no, no, no. But because he's getting tagged, he wants the footy in his hands. That's just a bit selfish there from Josh.
So Curtin, long kick. Frampton. O'Brien gets a free kick. I reckon the umpires are under a bit of pressure here to try and even up. So it's given Tex Walker one for hanging on. So Tex, a long way from goal. Takes a bit of time, sizes it up, runs hard and then kicks to the front of the goal square. Collingwood get back in numbers, the Tools. Frampton and Moore were there. Offhands Fogarty. He fends off again. Got a handball away under the pump. Got it to Berry. Well tackled by Pendlebury. Getting back now and defending is Schultz and through for the minor score. But Collingwood are under the pump at the moment. Adelaide 4-3-27. Collingwood 5-4-34. And that's on the Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
The bring-in ball from Collingwood. Josh Dacos. Smith was there for Adelaide. McCreery for Collingwood. Just trundled it down the line. It's going to bounce. It's going to roll. Worrell comes in. Gathers the footy across half-back. Squares it up to Dawson. Collingwood lead it by 7. We played 23 second term. Dawson to Taylor. Back to Dawson. Now to Murray. Across half-back. On the outer side, Curtin sends a long ball in the Walker direction. Oh, he held out more beautifully.
That's 50.
Is that 50? It is.
Oh, no. Sucked him in.
So Walker had the ball. He had Moore, and who ran past him with the hand in? Houston.
He sort of looked like, and you could see what he wanted to do, Tex. He wanted to quickly run around while Moore was out of play. He had to come back on the mark. He was going to wheel around because he's right on his distance, about 55, and Houston thought he'd already played on, knocked the ball out. We've had a similar one earlier going Collingwood's way, which cost Adelaide a goal. But this will certainly cost Collingwood a goal.
So Tex gets another margin back to a point. Collingwood. Adelaide have kicked 4 unanswered in this term. It's 5-4-34 Collingwood, 5-3-33 Adelaide. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard, making ex-Caravan a Titanium Caravan. Proudly Australian made it owner. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au. Red Biglands, Bob Jane T-Marts.
Yeah, the rain getting a bit heavier now. Riley Thilthorpe came to the interchange bench. He talked about his frustration, Burn. It's been Maynard and Frampton banging into him behind the play. His body language down here on the bench. Michael Godden, the bench coach, had to get around him. Clearly frustrated, giving away free kicks and not playing at his best.
Rankin and Houston going at it. Obviously a bit of history there from last year, and Rankin's getting right in his face, letting him know about it. So there's plenty of feeling out there.
They did that well, Tex, to draw the 52. He put both hands out like he was going to play on and almost bumped the footy into Houston's arm, which dragged the 50. Very clever.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks football, it's a 1-point game. Just before half-time in Adelaide. Pendlebury gets a free kick. He's had plenty of the footy.
Still going well, isn't he, Pendlebury?
Right by the centre circle, gets around Dawson easily, runs, does it in slow motion, doesn't he? Then delivers out towards the pocket, no mark, off hands McStay, lost the ball, Peatling, copped a high one, and Crows can relieve from deep in defence.
Move out.
So Peatling with the footy. Goes short. And the Crows have got it through Keane, who copped a real nasty knock earlier in the game.
It's a great response from Adelaide. Quarter time, we're thinking, how do they get back in this game? Contest had to be better. They had to get the ball inside 50 more, but they've come to fight. Exactly the same against Hawthorn a couple of weeks ago.
Here's Walker from centre wing. It bounces onto the chest of Berry, sends a long ball in the direction of Keys. Holds his opponent out, works back at the footy. Keys, foot race, Schultz closed him down beautifully. Nice piece of work there by the Pies. It's out of play. We'll have it thrown in. 30 around from Adelaide's goal.
I reckon the Crows' back line has really stood up this quarter. Both teams have had 11 or 12 inside 50s, but Collingwood haven't kicked one goal from it. They've defensively been really tight.
Red said Collingwood actually lead time in forward half this quarter. 64% scores exactly the opposite, Tom.
Tap down. Here's Rankin floating around. Houston working through. Rankin. Here's Dacos. That was Nick getting it to Schultz. And under some real pressure, out of play, and we'll have it thrown in. The other thing they haven't been able to do, Collingwood, is get those short link-up handballs and short kicks this term.
Well, they've had no time. The pressure on the footy's been outstanding from Adelaide this quarter. Just haven't had time to find that easy target that releases all the pressure. O'Brien gets a little tap down for his on-ballers. Collingwood apply the tackling, though, and we'll have a ball up.
Red said that pressure factor still 210 for the Crows. Again, AFL average 180, so massive jump for their first quarter.
It sure is. Good stat from Ethan Meldrum for Red Z. O'Brien over the top. Peatling a chance, but Pendlebury tackled him. Might be another ball up. And it is. On the 50 for Adelaide. We've kicked 4 goals unanswered in this second term. Buys by a point. O'Brien over the top, winning the ruck taps at the moment. Side bottom tackles well. Ball's loose. Cameron picked it up. The ruckman tried to find a teammate, and it's a throw. Good pressure again, Adelaide. Free kick will go to Rankin, who's really lifted at a quiet opening term, but has worked his way into this game.
Clear out.
So Rankin can deliver this inside 50. He's almost at centre wing. Runs hard and then kicks a floater out of the pocket. More. It went through his fingertips and just dribbles out of play. Left forward pocket for Adelaide.
I reckon Darcy Cameron's held Collingwood in it this quarter. I know Adelaide have kicked 4 goals or 5 goals or whatever it is, but geez, he sets up really well behind the footy.
Yeah, they've kicked the 4 burnt, so Cameron in front. O'Brien another tap. Rankin dangerous. He was being held, and that's how the umpire saw it. It's a free kick, Adelaide in front of goal to Rankin.
Umpires are coming from everywhere.
Well, it was the umpire furthest away that called the free kick.
He was 80 metres away.
The umpire 15 metres away was play on. So
on the Harvey Norman replay screen, as he was running, sprinting towards goal, his arm was being held. It was definitely there.
Why does a whistle overrule a non-whistle? Was it this?
I reckon it was.
Let's have a look
at it again. We can see it again on the Harvey Norman. All right.
I reckon
maybe not. Maybe not.
Or more.
Maybe not. 50-50.
Got to be careful in big games like this, umpires. Just let that go if you're not sure. 80 metres away, you're not sure.
Yeah, good call, Bernie. Adelaide might have got away with one here. So he's only about 20-25 out, and he'll run and improve the angle. Does so. Crows hit the front for the first time tonight. Adelaide lead by 5 points. What a turnaround. 6-3-39. Collingwood 5-4-34. Massive at the Adelaide Oval Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Well, there's the upside, isn't it? Isaac Rankin's been reasonably quiet this game. You don't want him to get going either. That free kick just shouldn't be there. I know live, it probably looked like more of a free kick live, but we're a long way from the action. When you look on the replay, there's not much in that. And if that's going to cost the team a goal in a tight game, this game, you know how tight these games have been between these two over the last few years. Just can't be paying them.
Bernie Vince with Don Cassisi tonight for Seabus Super, making hard work pay off.
What I did like those Rankins on the move at stoppage, on the move at forward 50 stoppage. It makes the defenders nervous.
Back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks footy. Built tough for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a Ream. And we're going to have a secondary bounce. Footy's tied up quickly. Adelaide have gone from a 25-point quarter-time deficit to lead by 5 points with under a minute left in the opening half. Tap down. Dacos got the boot to ball, but then Peatling came through. Now Quain all wrapped up. Nick Dacos takes it and goes. Real nice acceleration out of the pack and delivers to Myercheck.
10 metres.
He'll go back and he'll let it rip from about 53 metres out straight in front.
Nick Dacos has been so good. How good was that?
His high-speed running.
He had so much traffic around him, just found a way out and then was able to break the line and then hit a target.
So Myercheck to put Collingwood back in front. Kicking to the hill end. Oh, he's made a real meal of this one. Didn't even get the journey behind it. Had no juice at all, really. And O'Brien.
Couldn't have made that look any more uncoordinated.
Oh, the big man. He works it across. Siren sounds. They're on their feet here at the Adelaide Oval. It was a 5-goal to no-goal term for Adelaide, and they lead it by 5 points at half-time. Around the grounds, Choice Hotels, Heath.
Yeah, South Africa 6 for 149 in that third T20 against Australia. So good news there for the Aussies who think they chase that down there up in Cairns there, Yader.
It's half-time here at the Adelaide Oval. Crows lead it by 5 points for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter for Titanium Caravans. Make your next caravan a Titanium Caravan. Proudly Australian made and owned. Visit titaniumcaravans.com.au.
For Ream Hot Water,
Triple M rocks footy.
built tough for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a Ream.
Melbourne, start your day with Mick
In the morning.
Where do we stand on Ugg boots and where can you wear them?
It's an indoor thing for me.
Yeah.
A girl I went to high school with, her stepmum had moccasins that were high-heeled. She wore them out of the house.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, high-heeled moccasins.
Wow.
It was a different time.
Doing it for me.
Is it?
Start your day with Mick in the Morning with Roo, Titus and Rosie. Weekdays from 6 on Melbourne's Triple M.
Australian-made best shed sheds are the best sheds. bestsheds.com.au.
Amazon Music has everything you want to listen to. Music, podcasts, and now audiobooks. All in one app. Amazon Music Unlimited. Audible is now included. Terms apply.
They're the tradies, mate. That's Simon.
The Big Arch has arrived at Macca's. 2 100% Aussie beef patties, 3 layers of cheese and tangy Big Arch sauce. It's big. New Big Arch for big Macca's hunger. Available after 10:30am.
Footy boots, books, trading cards, barbecue tongs, portable eskies, game day snacks, face paint, footies for a kick around post-match. Prime's got you covered to be game day ready. Just place an eligible order and it's delivered to your door next day in selected areas. Whatever you're after for the footy this weekend, Prime will sprint it to your doorstep faster than a full forward in full flight. Yobioti! Sign up to Prime at amazon.com.au/prime.
Lincoln Park. From Zero World Tour.
You ready?
Live in Australia for the first time in 13 years. Performing in Melbourne, Sydney and Brisbane, March 2026. For tickets and info, head to livenation.com.au. Don't miss Lincoln Park on the From Zero World Tour. Live in Australia, March 2026.
Bunnings Trade is here to help trade customers with quick quotes and pricing on a wide range of supplies, plus stock inquiries, delivery updates and more. Call Trade Assist on 134872 or jump online and we'll help you get what you need fast. Bunnings Trade. Helping business is our trade.
So, have you had anything to drink?
Yeah, but only a couple. And I ate a big meal.
Okay, breathe into the device, please. One long, continuous breath.
I also drank plenty of water. And I'm a pretty big guy as well.
Okay, you've blown over 0.05, so I'm going to need you to step out of the car.
I'm not going to lose my license, am I? I didn't drink that much.
Stop kidding yourself. If you drink, don't drive. A message from the TAC.
Calling all home loaners. The RBA has dropped the cash rate.
Hell yeah!
And guess what? Athena Home Loans passed it on immediately and in full.
Yes, queen!
To new and existing customers on all our variable rate loans. If your lender hasn't dropped yet, give them the chop and switch to the lender who gives a buck about you. Call 13 35 35 or visit athena.com.au. Athena, love us and leave us. Qualifying criteria applies.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This halftime break for Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today.
Saturday night footy at the Adelaide Oval, and Adelaide, they lead it by 5 points with a stunning second term. 6-3-39, Collingwood a 5-4-34 for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy. They were down by 25 at quarter time, Adelaide. A 5-goal-to-none term see them 5 points in front. Let's get some key numbers on the Red Z lending stats.
Well, Byrne and Dom were pretty quick on this one. The pressure from Adelaide in that second quarter just skyrocketed from the first. 164 was their pressure factor in the first term. Again, the AFL average is 180. 212 is their pressure factor in the second quarter. Again, if you win the pressure factor, you win about 70% of games this year. So that's a really important stat. Collingwood were down in the 190, so Adelaide just dominant in that regard. Led contested ball, led inside 50s, led kicking efficiency. This is how hard the game is for both sides and how well they're defending. AFL teams normally go end-to-end 25% of the time, defensive 50 to forward 50. Adelaide's going at 7%, Collingwood 8% tonight, so it is a struggle to move the ball. Both teams are doing so well at defending. Nick Dacos, 18 disposals, 8 inside 50s to his name, number one ranked for the Pies. Pendlebury, 15. Jordan Dawson, the most touches for Adelaide, 14 disposals, 7 contested possessions. He's leading the way for the Crows.
This is the halftime break. The Specsavers Audiology. Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today. Dom Cassisi and Bertie Vince. Gee, what a turnaround that term was.
Yeah, it was a massive turnaround, and he touched on the pressure, and that's where it all starts. Pressure around the contest, but when you look at it, the Crows' back line that quarter, they stood up. They held up. Collingwood had more front of, had the ball in their front half more than the Crows. Both teams had the same amount of inside 50s. They had about 12 each, but the Crows kicked 5 goals from their 12 inside 50s. Collingwood didn't kick 1. So, and they say premierships are won from your back line, how strong your back six are, and they were really, really solid in that second quarter. Also thought the other thing, the reason why they got in the game is we spoke about the Crows being able to nail a few jobs, right? The Dacos brothers. Now, they both had about 6 or 7 disposals that quarter, but they had no metres gained. In the first quarter, they had about 300 metres gained each. They were just doing whatever they wanted, but it's okay for them to get the ball burned, but as long as they just can't run and break the lines with it and get... so I thought the Crows just nailed a couple of jobs, and their back six were unbelievable that quarter.
Two ways to look at Adelaide's defence. Yes, they've ticked, big tick really, because they defended really well, but it's the pressure on the footy and the way the ball's going inside 50 now. In that first term, remember we spoke about how isolated that they made the Adelaide defence. They took Murray out, was out this side one time, Worrell was way out the other. They just didn't allow them to drop off like they can Keane as well. They kept them all isolated on their own in that first term, but because of the pressure, they weren't allowed to hit those little spot kicks up like they did in the first term. So just the pressure, that is the number one thing that has got Adelaide back in this game, is the pressure on the footy, and that's allowed the Adelaide defenders to defend the high balls and drop off and help out their teammates, which we've seen all year. So that is the number one thing that Adelaide should have, again at half-time, mentioned to their players. Bring the heat, bring the pressure around the footy, because, geez, it helps out our defence.
I don't know if you'd focus on this or not, just a small thing maybe, but at half goals to 5, 2 of the Crows' goals are from 50-metre penalties. On a night like tonight, the umpires are hot. You've mentioned it a couple of times. They're paying frees and they're wanting to get involved. One umpire just gave a free from 80 metres from 80, and one for Collingwood. I don't know. It's just too important when it's only 6 goals to 5 at half time.
Yeah, and they're only ticky touch with all of them were only just there. So yeah, I agree. I think in these big games like this, if you're not sure, your default should be to not pay it. Yep. Not pay the. And I'm talking free kicks as well. We saw one to Rankin down there, real 50-50 one. If it's 50-50, you just don't pay it. The default should be not pay it. But they seem to just love blowing their whistle all the time, the umpires.
And the player discipline comes into it too, because, I mean, 2 of the hits off, Houston's one knocking the ball out of Walker's hand.
That's more what I was focusing on.
That's just undisciplined.
I'm sure McRae at half-time is saying, boys, they've got 6 on the board, 2 of them, you gave them 50-metre penalties.
So it's a two-way street there. Yes, the umpires, but there's some undisciplined stuff happening which burns you out in a big game.
This is the halftime break with Specsavers Audiology. Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today. Adelaide lead it by 5 points at halftime. Take us into both these rooms. Obviously, totally different terms from them in that second quarter. What's Craig McRae saying to his troops? What's Matty Nicks telling his boys?
It's amazing the similarities between the Hawthorn game 2 weeks ago here, Adelaide Hawthorn I'm talking about.
That's a concern though,
isn't it? Adelaide Collingwood.
The way they've started in 2 big games.
I know, it's a real concern. You don't want to be having to come back, especially when the weather came in. They were very lucky to get it back to even because the rain did come down that second term. So you don't want to be coming from behind in big finals because it's bloody hard to get back. So especially teams like this in Collingwood. So I think, to answer your question, Adelaide, they now have responded and they just need to continue that, because if you remember back to the Hawthorn game, they got right back in the game to half-time, and then Hawthorn were the ones that responded again in the third quarter, and then Adelaide were required to do the same thing again in the last quarter. They don't want to do that. They want to learn from that. They want to come out in the front foot and be the team to take this game on, continue that form of the second quarter. But as I said, it was all about heat around the footy and pressure on the footy when they didn't have the footy themselves. That was what got Adelaide back into the game. Don't think of anything else apart from pressure, and that is an attitude, and you can bring pressure no matter how you're going. You could have one possession, 25 possessions at half-time. To bring pressure is a choice and it's an attitude, and I think Adelaide, if they want to go all the way and they think they're going to go deep in September, attitude needs to be right, and that is bringing the heat around the footy.
Dom, Craig McRae, they had a goalless term. So what's he saying to get them up and going in the third quarter?
Yeah, I think he'll be driving, the defensive aspect of the game, bringing some heat more around the contest, because he knows that if they've got their contest right, that they've got enough firepower to be able to get the ball off their half-back line, get the run, get the carry, like we saw in that first quarter. But that has to start with that. And I think what we saw in that quarter, where the Crows would have their tails up a little bit, they'll be saying, hey, guys, we can expose Collingwood defensively. We can pile guys on, because I reckon Nixie would be saying to the Crows, the Collingwood midfield don't run hard defensively.
Yep.
We know that if we can win the contest, we can maybe expose them the other way. And it showed that quarter. Kicked 5 goals from 13 inside 50s. That's a massive conversion against a so-called top team against Collingwood.
Riley Thilthorpe's an interesting one. He's had one touch up to half-time. At times, looking at him as well, he's looked tired. He hasn't had the same acceleration and leg speed that we've seen. He's obviously had that trip back from Perth, and he was a bit crook, I think, the week before as well, but he just doesn't look the same player tonight.
They've gone after him, though, as well, off ball. Yep. We haven't called it too much during the game, but they're bumping him, they're blocking him, they're trying to stop him from doing that U-turn and bolting back to goal. Maynard's been right into him. Darcy Moore's been blocking him. Frampton's the other key defender down there that's doing it. So they made a real, they've really targeted him off the footy. And I reckon just those couple of things, being it, Crook, Perth, getting bumped off the footy, he just can't get... You're going to have quiet days as a key forward. You just can't be frustrated and ill-disciplined. And he gave a couple of free kicks away in the ruck and just threw people to the ground. Got to be very careful doing that. You don't want to cost your team a goal or potentially a 50-metre penalty because you're being selfish yourself and you're thinking about yourself. So that's another element of his game he's just got to work on.
I reckon O'Brien's on top too.
Yep.
When you talk about the midfield of both sides, Cameron's got a lift. For those star on-ballers they've got to get more involved, Cameron's got to play better.
He's been good around the ground, Cameron. I reckon he sits in the hole.
But the tap work of O'Brien's been on top.
He hasn't given his midfielders first use. It's a really good point, this, but he does set up so well around the ground. So getting a bit of the footy, Cameron. But, yeah, I agree. They need to start getting it out of the middle.
Adelaide leaded by 5 points at half-time. Time for our Amy Clanger. When clangers happen, it's lucky you're with Amy. Here's our clanger from the opening half.
Ball comes to Keys, to Peatling with a handle. Millerer off half-back, beautiful kick, finds Murphy forward. They're running, but he's fallen over as he tried to play on. He slipped over, holding the ball. Crowd can't believe it. He slipped over at the wrong time. You can hear the reaction. Collingwood free kick.
And I thought he made the handball as well. Was he tackled? I thought he handballed it, but...
So Harvey Norman replay, slipped over, tackled. All fans really distraught here at the Adelaide Oval. Oh, were they what? They were a restless lot here at the Adelaide Oval tonight. Choice Hotels around the grounds. Choice Hotels get you more for your money, so you can check into more. Get the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com, Heath.
Yeah, we got the close one, as it turns out. Giants by 35, Carlton by 54, Hawthorn by 36 over Melbourne earlier today with a 5-point margin in this one at halftime. Sunday rub leading into Sydney v Geelong tomorrow as well. Got to mention that huge Sunday rub lined up. In the cricket as well, South Africa 7 for 172 against Australia. You'd think the Aussies be able to chase that down. Third T20 in Cairns there, Gator.
What are the other games tomorrow, mate?
Sydney v Geelong. So Geelong can jump back into the top 2 with a win over Sydney, although the Swans have been in red-hot form, knocked off Brisbane last week. North Melbourne v Richmond, 16 v 17, playing for pride there, I think. And then the Dogs, they got West Coast, but the Eagles upset them a couple of years ago in a real rogue one. So never say never, Yater, but you think they win that to keep their final stream alive.
Good stuff, Heath. Ethan Meldrum there. Adelaide lead it by 5 points. You can now stream every game of Triple M Footy live on the Listener app. Download it now. LISTNR. For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy.
That halftime break for Specsavers Audiology. Rediscover the joy of everyday sounds with a Specsavers hearing expert today.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's.
Triple M rocks footy.
Tradies, your game plan just got easier. At Beacon Trade, you'll find the biggest range of fans, downlights and lighting for the Aussie home.
Sure will, Dads. Plus, they'll do your lighting plan for free. So whether it's a reno or a new build, back Beacon Trade. Visit beacontrade.com.au. Let's make light work.
You love Triple M footy on the weekend.
Sausage!
And the footy doesn't stop on Triple M's Rush Hour.
How good is footy, my friend?
Brilliant. With young stars.
Elijah Hewitt. Thanks for having me on. Sam Banks from Richmond.
Hey, boys. Thanks for having me.
And the biggest news.
Nat Fife has informed teammates he will retire at season's end. He's got a year to go, hasn't he? Well, not anymore.
Triple M's Rush Hour. Monday from 4 on Melbourne's Triple M. The multi-award-winning Ford Ranger. Number 1 and still not done.
Melbourne, start your day with
In the morning.
I showed the kids Ferris Bueller's Day Off the other day, the ultimate movie about a sickie, and it really does stand up. But the kids are like, you can't do that anymore because
What do you mean?
they electronically log everyone and instantly send a text message to your phone if your kids aren't at school. It takes the fun out of it all.
If I don't turn up, my electronic anklet goes off.
Start your day with Mick in the Morning with Roo, Titus and Rosie. Weekdays from 6 on Melbourne's Triple M. Get the podcast now from the Listener app.
Spending too much time in the shed used to be an issue. But with IMAR's new loyalty program, aptly named The Shed, I can now spend as much time in the shed as I like. You see, The Shed gives tradies insured with IMAR cashback rewards from heaps of brands, like Toolmart, Pet Barn and JBL. So now that my business is insured with IMAR, I can enjoy great cashback rewards. Visit imartheshed.com.au.
The tradies, mate. That's IMAR.
The Big Arch has arrived at Macca's. 2 100% Aussie beef patties, 3 layers of cheese and tangy Big Arch sauce. It's big. New Big Arch for big Macca's hunger. Available after 10:30 a.m.
So, have you had anything to drink?
Yeah, but only a couple. And I ate a big meal.
Okay, breathe into the device, please. One long continuous breath.
I also drank plenty of water. And I'm a pretty big guy as well.
Okay, you've blown over 0.05, so I'm going to need you to step out of the car.
I'm not going to lose my license, am I? I didn't drink that much.
Stop kidding yourself. If you drink, don't drive. A message from the TAC.
IKEA is here to help you say goodnight to clutter with 15% off Pax wardrobes for IKEA family members. Not a member yet? Join today. It's free. Offer ends 25th August. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply.
IKEA.
Attention all car enthusiasts. It's Greg Rust here. The first ever Full Throttle event is coming to Autobahn today from 3 to 8 p.m. at Autobahn Melton. This event is all for the drivers, all for the oil lovers, and all for the car community coming together. Say good day to special guests Rex H and Mike Lake. See awesome cars on display, simulators, supplier demos, prizes, and more. Catch all the action today only at Autobahn Melton. It's going to be huge.
Take your career up a level. Gain more skills or upskill with a fully accredited training course at the Trade Institute of Victoria. Take your career to new heights with our Diploma of Building and Construction. In only 11 months, you develop a pathway to becoming a construction manager with 1 class a week and it's online. Search TIV to find out more. Trade Institute of Victoria, training our next generation of builders. RTO 21920.
This sound could save your life. If you're 45 to 74, you can do a free bowel screening test at home every 2 years. If you already have one, put it in the bathroom and get to it. Visit bowelcancer.org.au for more information.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Bunnings Trade. No matter where you are, Bunnings Trade is here to help tradies, builders and businesses get the job done.
Saturday night footy. We've got a cracking game on our hands. Adelaide lead it at half-time by 5 points. 6-3-39 Adelaide after being down by 25 points at quarter-time. Collingwood a 5-4-34 for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks footy about to head into our third quarter. Our Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard third quarter. No matter where you are, Bunnings Traders here to help tradies, builders and businesses. Whether it's sourcing supplies, quoting on jobs or arranging delivery direct to site, they have trade specialists in-store dedicated to you and your trade. And their builders team has account managers who can come to you and help manage your jobs at every build stage. Plus, you can call Trade Assist for quick assistance on 134 872. The Bunnings Trade third quarter. Red Bigland's on the boundary, Bob Jane teammates.
Yeah, Sweet Caroline cranking out down here. Bit of discussion down here in the Adelaide rooms about Taylor Walker and whether or not there could be a suspension for a push. Very similar to Shield last week. It's going to take the MRO a long time to work out. No injury from that. It was in the first quarter when he pushed into the back of his opponent. So rain continuing to fall and no activations with subs just yet.
Bob Jane teammates, a great buy three, get one free plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. Second half about to get underway. Saturday night footy. Adelaide by 5 points. Here is Chris Dittmar on Triple M footy.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M Rocks football. Dom Cassisi told us pre-game that finals had come early, and they really have. What a first half we've seen at the Adelaide Oval. This promises to be even better. Second half's underway. Tap in the middle. Peterling wins the footy for Adelaide. Quick kick forward. Collingwood play in front, and that's a good, strong mark. And it's taken by Josh Dacos. Dacos with the footy. Goes very short. Ned Long still in the middle of the ground. Collingwood going towards the city end in this third term. They kicked 5 at that end in the opening quarter. A long kick goes inside 50. McStay at the back of the pack. No mark taken. Ball comes over the back. Dribbles out of play. Try and pick up any positional changes for you. At the start of this third term, there have been some good matchups all over the ground.
Peatling with Nick Dacos. They sort of trialled that a little bit in the second term, but looks like he's sticking right with him now.
Comments from Bernie Vince. Dom Cassisi tonight on Triple M. Here comes Nick Dacos offhand. Gave it to Lipinski. Quick kick at goal. Needs to be touched on the line by Adelaide. They need to defend right now, and they are. Keane comes away with the footy. What a season he's had, the Irishman. But this kick goes to Quaynor. It's going to come straight back inside 50.
So Quaynor with the footy.
Rain continuing to come down.
Play on. He's going to go with a long ball right to the teeth of goal. They're going to fly McStay. Ball spills to the front. You're right, Bert. That rain really starting to hammer down a bit. Miller are wrapped up. The ball up inside the attacking 50 here for Collingwood.
Red Z lending stats. Collingwood already 17 intercept marks in the match. Their best ever is 26. They're on pace to break that.
O'Brien got the tap down, but Nick Dacos first on it from the boundary. And he just couldn't get the bend right. It's a minor score. He had a decent whack at it. Adelaide lead by 4 points. It's 39-35 on the Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. No matter where you are, Bunnings Traders here to help tradies, builders and businesses get the job done.
Miller on the end of a short pass from the back pocket along the members' centre wing. Frampton up high with a big fist. It goes out of play. It's definitely not a hard tag on Dacos, is it, boys? Because he's finding room and he's getting the ball.
Yeah, he is. Peatling's had the 12 disposals himself. Lockie Murphy's gone to Josh Dacos again, so they're trying to stick with that matchup as well.
Throw it in front of the members. Cameron front spot, neither ruckman.
Collingwood.
And in fact, O'Brien's given away the free kick. He can't believe it.
Cameron blocked
there was much there.
He blocked his run, so he couldn't get to the footy. I thought that's a free kick as well. It's probably a free kick both ways.
They should let it go in the ruck contest.
Just let it go.
Just let it go. So Cameron goes short side bottom. Game number 350 last week for the champ.
Play on.
What a career. He's going to kick it long. Goes to the front of the goal square. Crows back with numbers. Keane thought he might have marked that. Crisp at ground level. Also De Goey a chance. Keane picked it up. Tackled immediately. And the umpire said we'll ball it up. So in the danger zone for Adelaide. It's in front of the Collingwood goal. They're deep into attack the Pies. Umpire throws it up. McStay into the ruck. O'Brien over the top. Continues to win. Nick Dacos at ground level again. Got a handball out under pressure. Elliott can't work his way into this game. He's got his head over the ball. And Bond was good for Adelaide. Another ball up.
He's only had one possession, Elliott did, so he's spot on. He just cannot get a handle on this game. Bond's sitting on him all night. He's steaming it again, trying to get the pill, but can't. Now it pops out to Elliott. Releases Dacos. He has a firing shot, but Didn't get the bend again. It's a minor score. That was Nick Dacos. So Crows lead it by 4 points on the Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. We'll cut that to 3 points as we get our computer rebooted.
Scoreboard just a bit slow ticking over there. So Dacos has kicked 2 points. Has had 2 pings at the goals in this third term. Early days, 3.5 minutes gone. Long kick to centre wing. Walker in the middle of the pack. Off hands, Crisp was good. Handball to Long. Dangerous as Collingwood go forward. Kick it inside 50. No mark taken by Adelaide. Off hand, Schultz. Schultz, evasive skills were good. Got the handball back. The quick kick at goal. Perryman. Wasn't touched on the line. I think it was. Minor score. So Collingwood peppering the goals early days in this third term, and the margin's back to 2. 5-7-37. Adelaide a 6-3-39. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Adelaide bring the footy back in. They get it working up the centre wing. Thilthorpe in the contest. Trying to get himself into this game. Hassling him right to the line. Perryman, right where the interchange gates are, will have it thrown in.
Red Z Lending stats, they're dominating at ground level here. The Pies opening this third quarter. Contested balls 8-2, clearances 5-0 early in this third term.
Red Z Lending loans for the self-employed, RED, ZED.com. Ethan Meldrum there with all that info tonight. Tap down. O'Brien, Chris came through for Collingwood. Ducked his head there. Bonner was wrapped up strongly by De Goey. Ball spits out the back. Side bottom broke the tackle. Got a tumbling footy up towards half forward. Membry came out hard, met by Saligo. Did the handball, a very nice job of that. Smothered off the boot. Rankin, brilliant. Releases the handball. Look at the runner, Murphy. He was sliding as he handballed to Dawson. Ran into a brick wall. He's done the skipper. And Cameron let him know about it as well.
Right in his face.
Dusty, your pick. Let him go, Jordan.
Good tackle from the ruckman a couple of times. Big follow. He asked for more from Darcy Cameron. He's responding here. That's what you want. Big follow-up. It hurts to get tackled by a big ruckman.
Well, Dawson doesn't get caught too often, but he did then. Ruckman did a great job. Collingwood from halfback Frampton goes to the outer side. Oh, the mark's been dropped out there. Terrible mistake from Maynard, but he's got time to go back and get the ball. Then delivered forward. Schultz on the end of it. Schultz has got the footy centre wing outer side. Was very good early in this game. Fires the ball towards 50. No mark taken. Good defending Adelaide. Worrell picks it up. Handball to Keane. Keane, the Irishman from halfback, kicks good. Hits Peatling right on the chest.
Crows by 2 points. We're in the third term. Played 6 minutes. Fogarty's got the footy. Umpires mic'd up exclusively for us on Triple M footy. You heard him shouting, stand, as he goes with a long ball, Fogarty. Oh, gee, Rankin was sweeping through, but the boundary line beat him. And we'll have it thrown in.
You just wonder who the wet weather's going to favour more. Obviously, the Crows have a taller forward line. Collingwood have a smaller forward line. We just see whether the rain keeps coming, whether it does affect the Crows' tall forward line.
They were good in the wet in the showdown, weren't they, Adelaide?
They were.
Philthorpe was grabbing that neck area. He copped a hit in that region last week where he had that stinging nerve pain down the arm as Fogarty fisted out of play. We'll have it thrown in.
Yeah, he got suspended, didn't he, for the hit? The West Coast player. I can't remember who it was, but a couple of weeks for the high hit, but yeah, neck problems.
So 2 point leaders Adelaide, and it's deep in the 50.
So throw in about 35 around from the Adelaide goal. O'Brien, another tap over the back. Rankin picked it up, gets busy, dropped it in the tackle. Good defending Collingwood this time. So Lipinski with the ball, deep in defence.
Outside 5. Outside 5. Outside play here. Yep.
Lipinski told to get on with it. Goes to the outer centre wing. Worrell thrown to the ground, and that's how the umpire saw it. O'Brien took the mark anyway, but Worrell, will he be an all-Australian defender this year? He'll go mighty close. Handballs to Millerer. Millerer fires inside 50, and it goes over the back of everybody and dribbles out of play. Right forward pocket for the Crows, kicking towards the old scoreboard end, the cathedral end of Adelaide Oval.
He's been good again tonight, Josh Worrell. Red Z Lending stats, 13 disposals. Only Dawson has more, 88% by foot. Most intercepts of any player on the ground as well, 7 of those.
Good on you, Ethan Meldrum. All over it as Chris comes away for Collingwood. Delivers out towards the wing. No mark taken. Off hands. Bond was good to Worrell. Another touch for him. A handball forward. Lipinski, the tackler here on coming. And it's out of play. Rhett Bigland's boundary for Bob Jane T-Marts.
So Nick Dacos is one of the most vocal players down here. Even in not a position, he's so loud at calling for the ball. He's gone back at still side bottom a couple of times as well when he hasn't been given the footy, but it's certainly one of the reasons why he racks it up. He calls for it everywhere. He's so loud.
Rick Bigland's down there for Bob Jane T-Mart. Some great insights on the boundary. Here he goes. Nick Dacos trying to stream through. Worrell did well. Now Long did well for Collingwood. Handball to space. To go in a foot race. Tapped it for Dacos. Murphy, brilliant. Nice little blind turn pick up that he got to his toes and launched it the half forward. Pies have got the numbers here. Perryman a cool head. Fine side bottom. Backward to centre wing.
Not much forward.
Adelaide lead this by 2 points.
Did that well.
Beautiful ball to McCreary. Just bit off that shorter kick.
Stay out.
We've played nearly 9 minutes third term. Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard. McCreary gets a fair piece of it. Worrell did well. Worked to the front. Elliott was trying to squeeze behind. It's out of play. 20 around from the Collingwood goal. We'll have it thrown in.
Well, we've seen the game now turn into a stoppage game with these conditions. Winning the contest, winning the clearances are so important now to be able to get field position, keep it in your front half and try and kick a goal.
Red Z, 9-1 clearances Collingwood's way. 39 minutes for them without a goal, though. Third longest drought of the year.
Yeah, that's a great stat, Ethan. It really is, as Peatling gets a clearance for Adelaide. The ball goes very high. Didn't go that far. Cameron belts it back inside 50. Chris Brand past the footy. Coming out, Neil Bull and Handball to Bond. Both have been good again tonight to Millerer. Miller is clearing, kick to centre wing. Darcy Moore should be able to mop this up and does. Handball to Frampton. Frampton from centre wing. Delivers long towards the half-forward flank. Elliott's got a 2 tools to beat. He just about did as well. Got it down to McCreary. Well played, Elliott. McCreary's kick around the corner, though, has hit Keane right on the chest.
He's heavy now, the rain.
No forwards at home for Collingwood.
You just get the feeling Elliott's got something in the bag. He hasn't done a lot to this point, but he's looked a bit more lively the last few minutes. Nice mark taken here by Cameron. He's looking inside the 50. There's a big gap at the teeth of goal. And he's going to go into the pocket. Contest here. Ground level O'Brien. Got boot to ball, the big fella. It's really hammering down now, the rain. Houston did well. He was sort of doing the moonwalk out of the contest. Got boot to ball. Murphy, he's been tenacious. It goes out of play at half forward here for Collingwood.
Well, we're seeing firsthand again the Crows' ability to weather the storm. 8 inside 50s they've had against them at the moment. For this quarter, no goals against. It's just their ability to just dig in, don't give the opposition a goal. That's what's going to carry them through this year.
They haven't scored a goal from their last 20 entries, Collingwood.
Oh, gee. That's poor return.
Isn't it?
Holding.
So
umpire paying a free. Sorry, Yoda. Umpire paying a free going the Crows' way.
That's down the ground, that free, if it's a free.
Free kick is at half back to Hinge.
Over the mark. Just stand
Who's
there.
Done his job tonight, been serviceable at half back. Heavy rain, very wet out there. O'Brien plays in front, but the ball's wet. It goes through the fingertips to Thilthorpe, who did the roving from 200 centimetres high. Got it to Berry. Berry's kick towards Walker. They come over the top and fist it out of play. And Crows have gone forward. It's been a long time. The ball has spent a heck of a lot of time up Collingwood's end. So throw in. On the 50 for Adelaide. Going towards the northern end. O'Brien. Cameron beats him to it, plucked it out of the air, just kicked it forward, didn't get much meterage, about 20 metres, loose ball, centre wing. Crows keep it alive, or do they? No, Brodie Smith happy to take it out of play, and De Goey went with him.
Red Z lending stats. That was Adelaide's just third inside 50s for the quarter, just 22 for the match to Collingwood's 44. Double the inside 50s Collingwood's way. They still trail in this game, though. It's remarkable.
2-point lead to Adelaide on the Bunnings trade scoreboard. Throw in centre wing. Soligo there. He was held a bit without it. Ball bobbling around. Houston's now wrapped up. And we'll have a ball up. No matter where you are, Bunnings Traders here to help tradies, builders and businesses get the job done. Crows by 2 points. Third term. Played nearly 13 minutes. Cameron got it soccering forward. Gained some metres. McCreary. Oh, nice little middling ball. Socket that off the deck. Nice take, Myercheck. Dished it off to Elliott. Tried to give it back, but intercepted. Great close off there by Keane. He read that beautifully.
Sure did. Kick comes out to centre wing. Houston shepherded his opponent out of it, which was Dawson. So the Crows skipper gets the free kick. Dawson, little short pass, retreats a little. Goes back to Brodie Smith. Smith just waiting for something on offer. Chips one out. to the members' side. Big leap and a huge grab. Curtin in the wet. That's a great mark. Remarkable stuff. Curtin gets on with it quickly. Real highlight of this game, that mark. And his kick goes forward. Crows free kick. Hanging on inside 50. Maynard's given away the free.
10 metres.
And it's going to go to Phil Thorpe.
Yeah, Maynard was trying to lock Phil Thorpe down. I think it was Frampton who was the extra opponent coming back to help out Maynard, but you can't lock someone down in the marking contest. You've got to allow him to run and jump at it, and he didn't. And the umpire was all over it. It's just, you cannot give free kicks away like that, especially in this weather. I want to give him a look at it.
Just saw it on the Harvey Norman replay screen. Phil Thorpe, 35 metres out. And the kick, it's drifting right. A little bit of breeze has just pushed it away for the minor score. And Adelaide go to 6-4-40. Lead by 3 points. Collingwood 5-7-37. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard.
Geez, that's a big grab in the conditions. Just saw the Harvey Norman replay. Dan Curtin up Dan Houston. That is a big grab.
They bring the footy back in, Collingwood. G. Cameron, the big ruckman, trying to do the roving work. He did very well. Got a releasing handball to side bottom. He just tumbled it down the line. Adelaide got their defence set back here. McCreary, a big tackle on Smith. And it's out of play.
Did well, Brody Smith.
Red Biglands, Bob James teammates.
Isaac Quaynor down here on the interchange bench for the Pies. Spent a lot of time with Craig McRae. Spent a lot of time through the midfield tonight also. So McRae cheering him up. He's been going across half-back, midfield and having an awesome impact today, Quaynor.
So tap down. DeGoey came through. Pendlebury, nice through traffic. Releasing the handball. Just can't get the handle on it crisp. No shove in the back either. Adelaide really under some heat. Murray, a case of the fumbles. Really tough conditions here. Slippery ball. And now it's wrapped up. Ball up inside Collingwood's 50. Adelaide lead by 3.
I reckon Crisp had a dirty night.
Here we go.
Been fumbly, hasn't
it?
Riley.
So ball up. Straight out in front of Collingwood's goal. 35 out. Comes down to Elliott. Left foot snap around the corners. Missed everything. Very wide off the boot. And it'll be a relieving kick for Adelaide.
I reckon for Collingwood to win this game, they can't allow the extra man in defence. Allow Crows to have that. At the moment, both teams have got a spare in defence. But the Pies just can't score. They've had that many inside 50s. But the Crows spare player is having such a massive impact. They've got to go even numbers to be able to be a chance to score.
King's had a brain fade. He changed his mind as he dropped the ball and let the ball hit the ground.
Kick to himself.
Didn't bother to kick it and then had to pick it up again and kick it.
He makes me nervous, that
you know what, though? Bernie's had a magnificent
season. Look at this.
We've just seen it on the...
It's like his boot got stuck in the ground.
Yeah.
He's very lucky no one was on the mark. They would have just picked it up and had a shot at goal.
Throw in on the outer side. O'Brien with another tap down towards Dawson. Couldn't handle the wet ball. It comes forward to Schultz. His handle goes to Ned Long. Long's little left foot kick around the corner. DeGoey. It's by the boundary line. It goes out of play. Throw in. Left half forward for Collingwood.
3-point leaders Adelaide. Nearly 17 gone, third term. Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. And Collingwood, Heath, how long since their last goal?
Over 40 minutes now, closing in on 45 minutes actually. They had a 77-minute drought earlier this year. This is second though.
Tap down. It was back in the first quarter. Throw there by Houston.
It's been clubbed Houston too.
Very slow to get to his feet.
Stand there.
Harvey Norman replay.
Time on.
Score bigger to Harvey Norman right now. Score bonus gift cards with selected TVs, vacuums, washing machines and more. Harvey Norman, best range, best brands, best prices, guaranteed. Conditions apply. And just worked it down the line there, Miller. A bit sort of miscued and able to come through Perryman.
The poor kick. That's a very poor kick. A slow play down the line for Collingwood to mark it. Got to get it to a contest.
Ernie Vince there with Dom Cassisi. There's Keane. Beautifully marked at half-back here for Adelaide.
Look at the off-season talk too. Keane was potentially going back to Collingwood. Remember that chat? Jeez, It's been so important. I don't reckon Adelaide knew how important he was going to be this year.
Kick forward. Phil Thorpe marks the wet ball. Good grab. Strong grab. Got the ball at centre wing. Loose players in the middle. It hangs in the air a bit, but it gets there eventually, and Brody Smith takes the mark. Wants to get on with it. Loose players at half forward. No mark. Collingwood defend. Loose ball comes to Curtin. He's got two players tackling him and he threw it away. Umpire said play on. Handball Worrell to Dawson. Dawson forward. Running through half forward. Rankin chips one to the pocket. Walker and this time outpointed by Maynard. Gee, they look dangerous, though. That was good play, Adelaide.
Crows lead it by 3 points. Maynard deep in defence for Collingwood with the ball. Works it down the line. Contest here. Crows have got numbers. Oh, lovely tap down by O'Brien to Taylor. Now to Saligo. Lovely look away handball. Got it across to Keys. Rankin. He fumbled and they jumped on him. He's still got boot to ball. Not 15. Walker. Oh, Saligo streaming through. Still trying to gather. Here's Crisp on his wrong side. Released a handball. Oh, Maynard. Oh, Maynard. And Tex gathers, but he's sprayed it. Out of bounds on the full. A real fumble there from Maynard, but they'll get the footy, Collingwood. Last line of defence.
That's nervy. Good bump from Rankin too. Fair, up the front.
So relieving kick from Collingwood. It's a good long kick. Clears the 50 by a margin. And it should dribble out of play. No, Curtin in the end socketed it, and he's kicked it out on the full. Didn't need to do that. They could have just easily worked it over the boundary line.
The little things in games like this, the fumble from Maynard sets up a shot on goal. The little thing there, just take it out of bounds, Dan Curtin. Don't want to give the ball back easily in a game that's going to finish pretty tight, we think.
So the margin is 3 points. Adelaide lead. Collingwood had a 5-goal-to-1 opening term. The Crows hit back in the second quarter, hit the front, and they maintain this lead, narrow that it is, of 3 points. We know the history of these two sides. Every time they play, it's under a kick, isn't it? It's incredible how it happens as Peatling wins the ball. Gives to Brodie Smith from the wing. His kick forward, sitting under it, Parker. Juggles a mark, about 5 grabs at it. And in the end, controlled it. Sees something he likes, goes quickly to Goey, but it won't get to him. It goes over the back, but to Goey will get it. Clever tap forward. Running through centre half forward. Meyer. Check as he kicked a goal. No. So they've kicked 3 behinds in this term, Collingwood. The margin is 2 points. Adelaide 6-4-40. The Pies are 5-8-38. Triple M Bunnies trade scoreboard.
It's been a goalless term for both teams. Collingwood peppering but not making the most of it. Adelaide with a 2-point buffer. Take a trip to McDonald Land with the new McDonald Land Shake. As Adelaide bring the footy back in. Looking for Dawson. He's taken out over the line by Lipinski.
Looking at the Red Z lending stats this quarter, clearances for Collingwood are 14-4. They've had 12 inside 50s to the Crows 6. So actually been quite dominant when you look at the key stats in wet weather footy, but just don't look like anywhere near scoring.
Nearly 22 minutes gone, third term. It's a 2-point Adelaide lead. Saturday night footy. Parker wrapped up strongly by Neil Bullen. He's done. Adelaide with the ball.
Tight call, that one. Didn't have a lot of time to get rid of it, the young fella.
So Neil Bullen, centre wing, just chips it high towards half forward. No mark taken.
Come off his head.
I think it did.
Falcon.
Riley Philthorpe trying to head it forward. And
he's called deliberate.
Yeah.
Hinge is trying to claim this. I thought Hinge kicked it. I'm certain Hinge kicked this.
So what's happened is the umpire's called deliberate, but he doesn't know who it came from.
Exactly.
How ridiculous is that?
I thought Hinge kicked it.
That is so ridiculous. They call deliberate, but they don't know who it's deliberate from.
I'd like to see that again.
What a joke.
Hinge kicks the ball forward for Adelaide, goes to half forward. Walker busy at ground level, got a handball away. Lipinski intercepted. He's held the umpire. We're about to see it. We're about to see it.
Hinge kicked it.
Yeah.
I thought Hinge kicked it.
So the field number calls deliberate. And then he has a discussion with the other 2 umpires because he doesn't know whose boot it came off.
Ridiculous.
Gee, Philthorpe, a good tap down, but Collingwood's on ball as no. Neil Bullen stole it, and then he kicks it straight out on the full. Ran into one of the Adelaide coaches this morning out in the streets and just raved about Neil Bullen, Byrne.
Yeah, he's a ripper.
So happy with him.
Absolute ripper. Trains the house down. Really good trainer, really good runner, and really good leader as well. I don't reckon Adelaide knew how good a leader he was before he got at the footy club.
So a bit over 5 minutes left in the term. Moore's kick lands straight in the arms of Philthorpe.
Starting to work his way into the game, isn't he, Philthorpe? Couple of good grabs now.
70 from home. Sold some candy to Lipinski. Then kicked it straight into the guts of McStay. McStay gets rid of it. It's a foot race here. The bounce will be at all. Membry got a little tap down. On to Cameron, back to Membry. He's trying to size it up. Inside 50 ball, Myercheck. Great pressure, Keane. Murray for Adelaide. Little bang! Straight into the Myercheck brick wall.
I didn't see it high from last.
Boy, was he hit hard there.
I love love that it was just a ball up. That's a great footy collision. Both
just
players
in the half
committed.
Norman replay.
Are you going up? Thank you. Straight behind me.
It's probably high.
Could be high.
He
But
fell into
umpire
it,
says
though.
we'll ball it up. Centre half forward. Pendlebury paddles it forward. On the end of it is Bond for Adelaide. He's tackled by Crisp.
That's one of
The
those
umpire
ones,
says-
Ditto, we're talking about, like the 50-50. Just let it go if
Yep.
you're not quite
Good
sure.
call.
The umpire was blindsided, so you can't guess.
Yeah, good call. Phil Thorpe does the ruck work, brings it down for Adelaide. Peatling hassled out of it by Crisp, who goes back after it. Handball to side bottom, but he's tackled straight away by Neil Bullen. And the ball is out of play, right forward pocket. We're going to go down to the wire. You get that feeling here in Adelaide. 2-point game. The Crows lead it. 4.5 remain in this third term.
Red Z Lending stats 54 minutes without a Collingwood goal. Their longest drought ever against Adelaide. Previous worst was 53. That was in a 110-point loss in 2005.
Lipinski lost the footy under pressure. It ends up with Fogarty at half-back for Adelaide. Crows lead it by 2 points.
Outside 5.
Fogarty fans the footy wide to Rankin. Gets it working down to the Moore. Walker set up. Ball fisted to the front. Keys had it, lost it. Neil Bullen got boot to ball. Here's Frampton. That was a nice handball. Chain of handballs ends up with Maynard. It went through Cameron and also side bottom. Back to Maynard. So hanging on the jumper here.
Holding both ways, though.
So is it McStay? Collingwood will get it.
Jeez, I thought they were both holding.
He's got Myercheck in a one-on-one deep. Fans not happy with that on the Harvey Norman.
What are these kids doing in front of them?
McStay.
You, me.
Yeah.
He really put a bullet inside 50, just bounced off the chest of Myercheck again.
That's a chest mark. He dropped a chest mark, Myercheck. Great kick.
This way, Riley. Daniel.
So ball up right half forward for the Pies. Deep into attack. O'Brien, a good tap for him at ground level. Coming away, Berry had an airy. Nick Dacos picked it up, fires it to the goal square. Loose ball. Crows need to defend, and they do. Miller has handball out wide. It's good to Peatling. Tries to get round McStay. Slipped over in the wet conditions. It comes off the boot of Schultz. Peatling's convinced the umpire it's out on the full. He pleaded with him. And the umpire said it's yours. So Peatling to bring the ball back into play.
Crows' back line is unbelievable. This is like 50 minutes of just hard defending.
Long kick, centre wing. No mark. Offhands Rankin was good. Got a handball to Curtin. Equally good in heavy traffic. Ducked and weaved. Got the ball to the middle to Berry. Berry gives the handball to the running Bond. Crows are on here. Collingwood need to get back quickly. Crows have got loose players. It looks like a goal coming up if they can pick it up. Keys handballs to the running coming. Adelaide, what a goal against the Tide. An important one in a low-scoring game in the rain. Adelaide 7-4-46, Collingwood 5-8-38, and that's big on the Triple M Bunnings trade scoreboard.
Well, that's the sort of goal that can break the spirit of Collingwood because they can't do much more this quarter. Clearances 16-7, inside 50s 14-9.
Crazy.
4 scoring shots, but no goal. And then the Crows get out at the back, kick an easy goal, and then you, as a player, Burn, when you're out there in that moment, you're like, God, we've just been going hard for 50 minutes and we can't kick a goal, and they go and get one.
Red Big Ones, Bob James, Seamarts.
Yeah, Keys for Adelaide after that contest as well. A bit proppy on that ankle. He's just working through that. Darcy Moore fell across him. But the difference in this game at the moment compared to most throughout the regular season, the speed off hands at the moment is so elite. It's so quick down here, exactly like a final.
Back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy through the contest. Pendlebury sends Collingwood inside 50. Elliott just over the top of his head. Myercheck tries to tap it down for his teammate Elliott. Lipinski in there. Adelaide's defence. It's nearly a throw. Lipinski got boot to ball and out of bounds on the full. So the Crows stand up again.
Listen to this Red Z Lending stat. Since quarter time, Collingwood 27 inside 50s now for 5 points. Adelaide 22 inside 50s for 6 goal 2. Amazing.
It's a damning stat, and it tells you a lot about the Crows' defence. Keen's kick come in, but straight to Collingwood. Ned Long tries to handball forward. Miller cut it off. Keys got involved. Quaynor comes through with aggression. He gets taken to ground. Lost the ball. Hinge came in to help out. Coming through Houston. He got a handball under pressure. Nick Dacos runs into a wall. That's holding the ball, says the umpire. Dacos tried to take him on, and the defence of Adelaide too good again.
Gang tackle again, wasn't it, on Nick Dacos? He's trying to will his team over the line here, but it's hard to get through 2 or 3 tacklers at once.
So Miller comes wide, Worrell. The left footer goes long towards centre wing, wants Curtin, who plays in front. And pressure forced the mistake from Collingwood. Curtin gets the free kick. Looks to go short, not far enough. You heard the umpire. Hinge gets a long kick away.
Up towards half forward. Great mark. Going back with the flight, Cameron.
He's been good this quarter, I reckon, Cameron. You asked him to lift dits, and I reckon he's been outstanding around the ground, tackling, following up.
Yeah, 10 touches this quarter now for Darcy Cameron, 4 intercept marks of the game, and 64 for the year. Only Sam Taylor has more.
Ethan Meldrum there with the Red Z Lenders. Here's Maynard for Collingwood. Adelaide lead this by 8 points as we head toward 3-quarter time. They've kicked the only goal in this term, Adelaide. Maynard gets it working up towards the half-forward area. Dacos, a nice little take. Releases a long handball. Houston runs onto it. He was beaten to the punch there by Taylor. And Worrell, beautiful. Tries to measure it. Quaynor with the close-down fist. Dacos busy. Side bottom had it, lost it. Taylor was in there. Dacos again.
How good was that?
Nick, extraordinary stuff. Here's Quaynor, side bottom. Collingwood inside 50. He saw what he liked. There was a bullet right under the chest of Elliott. What about the work of Nick Dacos?
Nick Dacos, 3 times in a row. I reckon he had 4 touches in the play, but 3 contests in a row. Jeez, he keeps fronting up. He's copping hits off the ball. He's getting tackled, gang tackled before. But he just has the best vision in the competition. Just knows where his teammates are, and his execution is probably the best in the comp.
Big kick from Elliott. City end goal, tight angle. He normally loves these style of situations. Adelaide lead it by 8 at the moment. Elliott's kick is shaping back beautifully. What a goal by Jamie. Adelaide are out by 2. Very important Collingwood goal. 7-4-46 Adelaide. 6-8-44 Collingwood on the Triple M Bunnings Trade scoreboard. Dom Cassisi and Bertie Vince on Triple M footy.
I just felt like the last 2 minutes, this game went to another level.
Yep.
And you're talking about nothing pretty. Key contest, just spoils here, smothers there. But what caught Collingwood that goal was how clean they were at ground level to be able to get it, flick it around. And in these conditions, that might be the difference between winning and losing.
Darcy Cameron down the line again.
Yeah.
You see, this quarter has been so good. 10 touches, I think you said, Heath, this quarter.
Up to 11.
11 now. Intercept marks. He's just been everywhere. But as well as Nick Dacos, they're just willing their team into this game.
Seabus Super making hard work pay off. Bernie Vincent, Dom Cassisi giving us great insights tonight. And strap in. We have got a big final turn to come your way. Adelaide lead at the final change by 2 points. 7-4-46 Collingwood, 6-8-44. Choice Hotels around the grounds, Heath.
Australia none for 39, chasing South Africa's 173. Put it in the book. Martian Head will get us home. That counts 61 minutes in the end without a Collingwood goal on the Reds. It's their second longest drought of the year. They needed that one, Yader.
Big final term coming your way. Adelaide lead it by 2 points at 3-quarter time. From Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter for Bunnings Trade. No matter where you are, Bunnings Trade is here to help tradies, builders and businesses get the job done.
For McDonald's,
Triple M rocks footy.
take a trip to McDonaldland with the new McDonaldland Shake.
Melbourne, start your day with Mac in the morning.
We were talking about lazy behaviour.
Yeah, we were.
What about at the London Tavern? I got sick of travelling to the office, so I got an office upstairs. I swear to God. And they would go, where you go? I said, I've got to go to work. And I would literally walk up the staircase.
That's a good insight into you and me. My office is above the gym I go to.
There you go.
Start your day with Mick in the morning with Roo, Titus and Rosie. Weekdays from 6 on Melbourne's Triple M.
Australian-made Best Shed Sheds are the best sheds. bestsheds.com.au.
Continuous breath.
I also drank plenty of water, and I'm a pretty big guy as well.
Okay, you've blown over 0.05, so I'm going to need you to step out of the car.
I'm not going to lose my license, am I? I didn't drink that much.
Stop kidding yourself. If you drink, don't drive. A message from the TAC.
Survivors of sexual abuse should not enter into the redress scheme before seeking legal advice. For advice on all your compensation entitlements, which could be over $1 million, call Arnold Thomas and Becker Lawyers. And if you don't win, there's no fee.
I've hit the alarm to hit the gym nearly every morning this year. Not again. I've fasted, dieted, shaked, blended. I've been hungry for over a decade. I've tried everything and nothing's worked. So today, I'm taking the next step.
Talk to a doctor about medically supported weight loss. Search triedeverything.com.au. This ad is brought to you by Novo Nordisk Sydney.
At Choice Hotels, you get the best value, so you can check into more. And right now, you can get 15% off your next break for stays of 3 nights or more. From regional road trips to beachside getaways, Choice Hotels has over 7,500 locations worldwide and the lowest price guaranteed when you book direct at choicehotels.com. So go ahead, check into more with Choice Hotels. Book by September 12 for select travel dates between September and October only. T's and C's apply. See choicehotels.com for details.
With Love Honey, you'll feel pleasure like never before. With thousands of top-rated toys, lingerie and more, feel the Love Honey all day long. Shop now at lovehoney.com.au. Discreet delivery, endless pleasure.
Hello, bank.
Hi, the RBA has dropped the cash rate.
Oh, they pick it up again.
Okay, and so has Athena. So when will you drop my rate?
At Athena Home Loans, we drop rates so fast, we had to speed up our advertising to match. The RBA dropped the cash rate, and we'd passed it on in full to new and existing customers in 32 seconds. Why so fast? Because it's the fair thing to do. If you want fast and fair, think Athena, the fiercely fair lender. Visit athena.com.au. Athena, love us and leave us. Qualifying criteria applies.
If you're 50 to 74, you'll be sent a free bowel screening test kit to your home every 2 years. If you're age 45 to 49, you can request your first free kit to be mailed to you. Once you've got it, take it to the bathroom and put it right where you can see it. Not in a drawer, but on a bench top, or the toilet lid, or in the middle of the floor. So the next time you have to go, you'll remember to use it. Don't put off the chance to save your life. Visit bowelcancer.org.au for more information.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M rocks footy.
This quarter for Totally Workwear. Footy, work, rain or shine, you play to win. Conquer it all in game-changing workwear or uniforms from Totally Workwear. Love your work.
Oh, well, this game is delivering as promised. Three-quarter time, Adelaide lead by 2 points in a cracking game of footy. 7-4-46, Collingwood a 6-8-40. The McDonald's at Reeve Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy, the Red Z leading stats, Ethan Mildrum.
Plus 26 inside 50s, the Collingwood Football Club, and they trail on the scoreboard. It's pretty remarkable how well Adelaide have defended in this game. They've got the leading ball winners for their team too. Josh Worrell and Mark Keane, 18 disposals apiece, 18 intercept possessions between them. Dawson and Peatling also 17. Nick Dacos 25, and Darcy Cameron number 1 ranked, as Bernie's been calling out, 20 disposals out of the ruck, 4 intercept marks as well.
Adelaide by 2 points. Bernie Vince, Dom Cassisi, how does this game finish up?
Well, it's going to be a tight one, isn't it? I can't wait to see what plays out here. Adelaide just need to keep that pressure up. When the pressure's up, we saw it drop off a little bit there late that last quarter or that third term, and that's when Collingwood got back into the game. So just more of that pressure. We saw the pressure now drop to about 180 there, which is the average, whereas when they had it up over 200, that's when the Collingwood Footy Club looked all at sea. They were entering the footy higher, bringing the Adelaide defenders in. So just got to bring pressure again, Adelaide.
Yeah, my concern is for the Crows that they can't give away that many inside 50s against and that many clearances and get away with a win. I know they've defended really well. I don't know if they can do it for 4 quarters, giving away that many clearances and inside 50s.
Bob Jane T-March, Rip Biglands.
So Collingwood have kept their slub up their sleeve, and Allen will stay there. But Adelaide have pulled the trigger on theirs. Zach Taylor coming off, Harry Schomburg coming on fresh legs, and they'll break the home attendance record here tonight. Adelaide, 50,000 earlier on against the Hawks this year. Be up around 53,000 tonight.
Bob Jane T-March, a great buy 3, get 1 free plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. Crows by 2 points with a quarter to go. Here's Chris Dittmar on Triple M.
Oh, what a finish coming up. We know that their last 5 games have been decided by less than a kick. Could it happen here again tonight? Finals-like atmosphere. A big build-up to September starts tonight. Adelaide a 7-4-46. Collingwood 6-8-44 for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M Rocks Football. O'Brien with a tap. Pendlebury sockers forward. Adelaide try to pick it up in the middle, but can't for the moment. Dawson did, the captain. Gave to Soligo. Quick kick forward. And it'll be cut off by Cameron. As Bernie Vince has pointed out, has played a ripper of a game off halfback Perryman. Took the handball, then delivered long. Going forward, side bottom, can he keep it alive? No. Happy to see the ball out of play on the members' side of the ground. 2 points the margin.
Red Z lending stats since Craig McRae took over. 15 times Collingwood have won when trailing at three-quarter time. That's out of 36 matches. Incredible strike rate under Craig McRae.
Seems to have a knack of it, doesn't he? The ruckman just about share it, but O'Brien came away with it. He won it. He had a second go at it and kicked it forward. Fogarty's on the end of it. Fogarty kicked a couple of good goals earlier in the game. And this kick from Keane off the side of the boot and out on the floor. You heard the groan from the members at the Adelaide Oval.
Seems like there's been a lot of kicks out in the fog tonight. I don't know if you keep that number back there, Heath, but Adelaide especially.
No, I can get to work.
Barker gets it working, but it's taken nicely by Smith. He goes in the direction of position his body well there, Rankin, then socket off the deck. Wow. It had a bit of inside spiral about it. Footy inside 50. Toe poke from Neil Bullen was effective. Handball from Thilthorpe. Tap from Neil Bullen. And now the Pies defence. Parker got boot to ball. McCreary's got a contest with Worrell. Side bottom came through. He's able to gather the Sherrin. He was under some pressure. Got boot to ball. McCreary. Oh, gee, tried to soccer it without his without using the hands then. Burn, and it's out of play. We'll have it thrown in.
He's trying to get his steps right so he can get a big hoof forward, but then ended up just not even swinging. His boot nearly fell over.
Throw in. So it's centre wing. The ruckman grapple. It comes over the back. Dawson tries to punch it forward. Soligo and side bottom hold each other. And then Degoe comes sliding in, and the ball again goes out of play. If you just joined us, heavy rain in the third term, so it'll be a little bit slippery, but the rain has gone away for the moment. Collingwood opened up with a 5-1 opening term, and then Adelaide hit back. And it's been tight since then. Cameron with a tap. Wanted Nick Dacos, but he ran past it. Cameron back in after it. Well tackled. Pendlebury tried to soccer twice and had an airy both times. Good pressure, Adelaide. McCreary picks it up. He's got dashed this fella. What a kick across the ground. Beautiful find. Schultz. He'll draw the player and handball on his outside. Collingwood running. Houston delivers inside 50. Oh, through the fingertips. Worrell never makes a mistake. The ball must be slippery and wet. Myercheck tackled as he tried to get a kick away, and Adelaide can defend again. Their defence has stood tall and strong. It's been magnificent again tonight, and they'll come out of their defensive 50.
In Collingwood, Dom, they're still electing to leave that loose of Worrell behind the play. So here's Fogarty. Centre wing. Adelaide by 2 points. Oh, he's biting off a bit here, the Fog. He didn't hit the target. Schultz tried to tap down. Ned Long was held without the ball. No free kick. Here's Neil Bullen for Adelaide. Chisels one. Some great vision to Keys. This is going to be right on Keys' range.
Geez, what about the kick inside from Fogg? If he hit it properly, the kick was on, but he shanked it, let's be honest, and it brought the Collingwood team in. That can really hurt you, that turnover. Love that he pulled the kick inside, but execution wasn't there, but they were able to mop it up. That's what good teams do, mop up their mistakes.
Keys to the city end. Spinning the Sherrin in his hands. Comes in, runs to 51 metres. And it goes wide. Did it clear the line? Well, we're going to have a review here, I reckon.
It's hit the post. It's hit the post.
Oh, hit the post, the umpire's saying. That's the behind post. So was that after it was touched?
Yes. I believe that went behind as well. I believe it was behind.
Okay, so they're having a chat. It's a umpire's meeting.
I believe it's behind. Can please check the ball crossing line originally?
Yep. So score review.
Umpire's call is one behind. Please confirm.
I can say every behind is pretty vital here at the moment.
No, it doesn't go across.
No, it doesn't.
But did it hit the behind post? I didn't think it did. But
may have hit the behind post. Okay, so score big at Harvey Norman right now. Score bonus gift cards with selected TVs, vacuums, washing machines and more. Harvey Norman, best range, best brands, best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply. So it's hit the behind post after being touched. We'll have a throw in.
Well done to Thilthorpe too, who punched the ball back in, kept it alive, creates another contest, another scoring opportunity.
So margin remains 2 points. Throw in, big clearance coming up. Comes to Rankin. O'Brien to Rankin, and the kick goes across the face. Left foot snap around the corner. He'd normally do a lot better with that. But to be fair, it's a ton of pressure.
He had a bit more time, didn't he?
Yeah.
See here, Perryman trying to go with him. He had a bit, because Perryman went to ground, so he back on his right foot.
Gee, O'Brien's tap was magnificent. Can he do it again? He wins this tap, but Collingwood will come away with it. Ned Long gets a handball out, clearing the 50. McCreary to Howe. Pendlebury under big trouble here, but managed to get another handball away to Long. Long's kick under pressure. It's one-on-one everywhere you look. Elliott's overrun the ball. That's a high tackle. Clumsy Myercheck came running in, and Schonberg will get his first kick. The sub gets the kick out wide, and it's not his best. He'd want that one back. His first game this year, Schonberg, he's waited so long, and his first kick goes out on the full. High pressure moment. Parker to bring the ball back into play for Collingwood. Only played 6 minutes of this final term. We're going down to the wire at the Adelaide Oval. I can promise you that. Parker's kick.
Holding.
Adelaide free kick.
So Keane's going to get it. They lead it by 2 points, Adelaide. Nearly 7 minutes gone, final term. Goes back to Worrell. He goes short to Hinge. He tries to really send one. It goes inside the 50, but Frampton's back there. Oh, Houston. He had a real case of the fumbles. He has not looked sharp tonight, Houston, at all. Schultz at half-back for Collingwood. Crows by 2 points. Triple M totally workwear scoreboard. Footy work, rain or shine, you play to win. Conquer it at all game-changing workwear or uniforms from Totally Workwear. Love your work as the footy works up past centre wing. Elliott for Collingwood. Gets it tumbling inside 50. Keane leading in the race against Myercheck. Orgy missed the handball to Hinge. Crisp, he can't get a clean take of it either. And Hinge able to muscle his way through to Worrell. Got boot to ball. Big tackle by Membry.
Very lucky there, Saligo. Good controlled tackling too from Collingwood. Don't want to give silly free kicks away.
The throw.
The throw. Keeney just forgot he's playing footy.
So ball up. Collingwood trying to go into attack. Long just throws a handball forward. It's loose at half forward for Collingwood. They paddle it forward again. It's still a loose ball on the end of the handball. Can they kick a goal here? It goes out to the right, goes out towards the pocket. There's pushing and shoving. They go down like 9 pins. Parker was the player with the kick. And it's dribbled out of play.
No left foot, Parker again.
Crows need to defend.
A few times tonight, if players had opposite foots, it'd be an easier shot at goal.
Chance for Collingwood. It's right beside the behind post. Cameron and O'Brien bring it down to ground. Crows will come away. Good defending again. The long kick goes out to centre wing. Loose ball. How will the umpire adjudicate this one? He said insufficient. Gee, they're tough, these calls. Collingwood get a free kick.
So it's a 2 point Crow lead over Collingwood. Final term played nearly 9 minutes. Frampton gets it working in the Cameron direction. Ball fisted to the front. Nice off his toes, Curtin, but straight to Worrell under some Elliott pressure. And the footy stays wrapped up inside the Pies 50.
Darcy, Riley.
Collingwood kicking to the hill end in this final term. Cameron got the tap down. Houston got boot to ball. Membry, a nice little tap out for DeGoey. Oh, tried to soccer it out of midair. He missed the lot. Schonberg under some real pressure. And Hinge just drops the ball after being catted into by a couple of Collingwood players. It's out of play. We'll have it thrown in. 35 around for the Pies goal.
I can't believe how much ball time Collingwood have had in this.
Oh, yeah. Unbelievable. Good to go.
But to not score. They are just dominant, aren't they, without scoring, which is hats off to Adelaide and the way they've gone about it.
Just got to take the footy there to go. Why try and kick it out of the air? You just got to take it, do the simple thing. You may even draw a free kick if Adelaide don't get the tackle right. Just put pressure on them. That swinging kick, it's a 1 in 20 type setup, that.
54,283 people at the Adelaide Oval tonight. It's a massive crowd, it really is. Throw in on the outer side. Cameron tries to build it forward. at ground level. Bond was good. Tackle by Nick Dacos. Umpire says stalemate again. We'll ball it up.
Red Z, it's a massive crowd. It's a record crowd here at the Adelaide Oval for an AFL game. 53,817. The 27 prelim that Adelaide won to get into a granny was the previous record. We beat it by 500 here tonight. I did think the hill was looking pretty packed. I didn't think it was another 500 there, Yader.
Red Z lending loans to the self-employed RED, ZED.com, Ethan Meldrum with all the Red Zs. Here's Crisp out of the contest. Collingwood inside 50. Elliott came flying out. He came screaming out, couldn't complete the mark. Adelaide's defence under siege, but they're standing up. Miller just clears the area for the moment. Frampton got a fist there. Josh Dacos, some great body work on Murphy. Opens it up now. Maynard inside 50. Elliott was holding Worrell there.
Jeez, the Crows are...
How well do they defend?
My God, like, the concern was at three-quarter time that can they sustain it for 4 quarters, because good team like Collingwood just keep coming and coming and coming, but to this point in time, it will have to go down as one of the best performances of backline in the game of footy.
If they can hold.
If they can hold for the whole game.
Surely an opportunity arises for Collingwood, an easier inside 50.
Worrell to the outer side. Huge back. Filthor flies high and takes a big, strong contested mark. We kept saying how quiet he was early, but he's worked his way into this game beautifully. And that was a telling mark. Very strong mark. Crows with the ball. On the outer side with Curtin. Willie win the rising star. The short pass isn't that of a rising star. It's bad. Crisp intercepts. Got the handle out to Houston, but he'll be held up 2 in a tackle. And the umpire will come in and ball it up. Not Curtin's best kick.
Bad decision that one, but I like the follow-up. Followed up, made a really good tackle. That way at least you stop the play and you go, well, I'll make a better decision next time.
Ball up, centre wing out of side. Collingwood win it at ground level, but the handle going forward gave the Crows a chance. Ned Long, though, picked it up, gave to Nick Dacos. That's holding the ball. And Adelaide get the advantage. They're going to run forward through Peatling. Handball to Keys. Keys ran into trouble. Schonberg tackle. They've lost it. They had a big opportunity, Adelaide, in the turnover. Houston with the ball. But his handball put Dacos right under the pump. But he gets the handball away forward. Ned Long and his bootlaces picked it up. He gets a kick forward under pressure. Just got the kick away. Worrell at centre half back was good. But it comes to Nick Dacos. Toe poke forward. Collingwood got numbers running forward. Mike had a ping at him, and a kick smothered by Keane. Highlights everywhere you look. And Dom Cassisi, that defence is just standing up time and time again.
They are another example of them just holding strong. But I tell you what, Collingwood aren't going to give up. They're going to keep pressing and keep going, and it just seems that as the game gets longer, they're looking more and more dangerous.
Yep. Adelaide by 2 points. It was extraordinary by Dacos on the outer side. A couple of things he did there. Nearly threw it up there long. Houston inside 50. They set themselves. And Adelaide's defence huge again. Keane just gets it out of there. But Quaynor, can he find a target?
It's been the 11th inside 50 to 3 this quarter.
He just goes back to the Amy circle where he finds more. He goes wide. Gets it to Maynard. Now to side bottom. So they've stretched from that side of the ground to this side of the ground, Collingwood. Adelaide lead it by 2 points. 13 minutes gone, final term.
A lot of numbers in D50.
Side bottom. Works into that pocket area, so if they don't get it, they'll get a throw-in opportunity. It's fisted away nicely by Worrell.
Well, this is where Collingwood look dangerous, is in the throw-in, because I haven't got really a tall key forward that looks dangerous for a long down-the-line mark. So go to a stoppage. They might get a free kick here. Who knows?
Watch them get on the move. Got Nick Dacos in there. Schultz, Crisp, Elliott's busy.
Cameron played in front, brings it down in front. Schultz at ground level. It'll be a ball up, you'd think. They sit on top of him. So this ball up is 30 metres out from the Collingwood goal. Umpire throws it up quickly. They get on with it. O'Brien with the tap. It favours Collingwood. At ground level, the handball comes out wide, side bottom, just inside the boundary line. Under pressure, he handball forward, Worrell's onto it. His kick just goes very, very high. Didn't gain a lot of meterage. Is it a Collingwood mark? Elliott, it is. It's a great contested mark. So it'll go back inside 50, but he's a long way from goal for him, I think. Unless he runs right, and he does so. Can he get there? He's kicked it. It's a goal, and the umpire won't allow it. I can't believe it. So I never understand these two ex-players, whether they blow time on or time off.
Yeah.
What do they do?
He's got to come back behind his mark.
Elliott's played on, kicked a goal, but he's got to come back and take his kick again. So will he run wide again and try and get to the 50-metre line? He's about 65 out, isn't he? So
he won't make the distance now. The numbers are back, but look for a little late tick-up.
He's going to go short. No, come undone. He went for side bottom.
That was on.
And the kick just had too much on it. He got a fingertip to it, so it's not out on the full. But it has dribbled out of play.
It was the right decision, just poor execution. That was on. Just side bottom there on the boundary. Just missed him.
So throw in. Adelaide lead it by 2 points. 10.5 minutes left in this final term. Rucks go at it. Rankin off the contest. Working hard at ground level. Dacos, this is Josh, surrounded by Adelaide players. Saligo, Schonberg, he's wrapped up. Ball spills out. It's tough in the kitchen out here. High ball by Crisp. Dawson got a fist through it. To Fogarty to Neil Bullen. Here's Hinge from half-back. He had nothing to go to, so had to come to the western side of the ground. And he finds Rankin. A bit of space here for Adelaide. Curtin on centre wing. Plays on, gets boot to ball. Free kick downfield.
Silly.
So that is against Schultz. Saligo, 70 from home. Kicks it in the direction of Thilthorpe. Oh, Moore. Brilliant closing fist. We'll have it thrown in 35 around from the Adelaide goal.
So Rick Bigland's boundary.
You get a millisecond with ball in hand down here. It is so quick. As soon as every player gathers the footy, they are set upon. Both teams shutting down time and space. It is so quick.
Well, have a listen to this crowd. This is finals like. We've said it a couple of times. It's huge. It really is. It's the biggest ever crowd at the Oval here for an AFL game as McStay tries to belt the ball forward for Collingwood. Berry will run onto it first for Adelaide. Retreats with a handball. Millerer just belts it forward. Quaynor with the big fist over the back. Collingwood fight for it at ground level. Pendlebury clever, but his handball goes astray. Keys picks it up. Goes goalward. Walker sits under it. He's being held, is he? No. Umpire says play it on. They get it out towards the boundary line. Neil Bullen keeps it alive. Handball to himself. Did he cop a high one? Umpire said no. And then Parker takes it out of play. What a game of football. Unbelievable it is.
Great umpiring too to let that go.
It is still 2 points the margin. Adelaide lead Collingwood. We've played 17 minutes of this final term.
Hasn't been a score yet this quarter, Ditz.
How tight is that? And yet it's great football. You don't need plenty of goals, but this will be a goal. Peatling picks it up from the throw-in. And what a handy goal as Adelaide take it out to an 8-point lead. Amazing stuff. Out of nothing. 8-4-52. Collingwood 6-8-44. Triple M totally workwear scoreboard.
Darcy Cameron, he's been brilliant for Collingwood all night, but he'd like his time again here, I reckon, as we look on the Harvey Norman. He gets full access to this footy and then tries to just toe poke it. He toe pokes it straight to Peatling. You either kick it and get it out of the area, clear the area, or you try and take that out of the ruck because Thilthorpe was way behind him. It was a very shallow throw in, but he's just basically handed that to Peatling and he had no one on him. I don't know where the Collingwood defenders were. That is a huge goal in the context of this game in a low-scoring affair. How good's the last 10 or 15 contests been? This is a real finals-type game, finals-type crowd, and a finals-type result.
I reckon there's a couple of more twists and turns in this game.
I reckon Elliott, like you said, Elliott's going to do something special, I reckon.
Dom Cassisi and Bertie Vince there for Seabus Super. We're back in the middle for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. Adelaide get it out of the middle. Parker for Collingwood. Deep in defence. Under some real heat back here. And Perryman goes for the line. What are they going to do? Very lucky there. We'll have it thrown in where the 50 joins the boundary. Adelaide lead it by 8 points. Under 9 minutes left. Triple M totally workwear scoreboard.
Seen less paid.
Cheers, pressure for the umpires too. Every call is big. The throw-in on the 50 for Adelaide. Thilthorpe into the ruck. Double hands it down in front for Rankin, who can't pick it up, and it goes back out over the boundary line.
Collingwood looked like that set up a little. Sorry, just saying, Collingwood looked like that set up a bit loose in the defensive back stoppages. Like Rankin's given plenty of space here. Whereas conversely, when the Collingwood are in their forward line, Crows are all over them.
Crows fans, full of voice. They want to will this side over the line. Collingwood have got plenty left in this yet. Dawson wins it, gets the handball out wide. Walker from a standing start has a ping at the goals and he's missed everything. He's normally so reliable. But this one goes to the right of the behind post, out on the full, and the margin remains 8 points. And we've got 8:15 left on the clock.
What can Collingwood work from their full-back area? They find Frampton out of side. Nice little hit-up ball. Lipinski backward to centre wing. Adelaide lead it by 8 points. Bit over 8 minutes left in this final term. Lipinski gets it working up to centre half forward. Myercheck beaten to the punch there. Oh, fell over. He's coming. Actually, it was Brodie Smith. Now here's Murray for Adelaide. He's wrapped up. They jump on him. So the footy at centre half forward here for Collingwood. Gee, very slow to get to his feet. McStay.
They just keep standing up, don't they? These Adelaide defenders, unbelievable.
So quick kick out of the air. Adelaide. Keys played in front but just didn't take the chest mark. And the umpire hovers. He'll come in and ball it up again. It's inside the centre square, slightly towards the attacking end for Collingwood. We've just seen a head place on the Harvey Norman replay screen. That was McStay. You mentioned him, Yader. He's a bit sore. And he clashed heads with Hinge, who claims the ball now. And then he's tackled by Nick Dacos. Umpire to ball it up. Phil Thorpe.
Adelaide kick.
Hinge gets a free kick. Shepherd out of the contest. Went to ground. So they can just steady for a moment. 7 minutes 20 on the clock. 52 plays 44 Adelaide's way.
Gee, it's a lovely ball. Gets it working out wide. Deciding where to go. Sean Berge gets it to Cumming. Gets it across. Long raking ball from Berry. Right to the teeth of goal. Quaynor fists it through. It's a minor score. Adelaide lead it by 9 points with 7 minutes left. Footy, work, rain or shine, you play to win. Conquer it in all game-changing workwear uniforms from Totally Workwear. Love your work, our Totally Workwear scoreboard.
So Josh Dacos runs hard and delivers to the outer side. It's a good kick in, an attacking kick into Frampton. They have to attack Collingwood, no doubt about that. The quick kick forward towards centre wing. Membry was the target, couldn't take the mark. Worrell outpointed him, and they get the ball to the boundary line.
Membry, the bodywork from Membry was actually really good, but Worrell, he just found a way again to get a fist in, get it out of bounds, reset, start again. So good.
Throw in, centre wing out of side of the ground. Phil Thorpe and McStay. Phil Thorpe over the back, but McStay somehow came over the ball. Handball forward. McCreary a chance, overran the ball. They just soccer it forward. Collingwood towards centre half forward. Myercheck taken out of the contest. Brodie Smith with a clearing kick. It's a foot race out towards centre wing. Who can get there first? Collingwood slip over and go to ground. It was Perryman. Side bottom comes in now. Darcy Moore. Handballs to Perryman on his left boot. The kick inside 50 is dangerous. Is that a mark? It is. And it's crisp. I said earlier, had a pretty quiet night. He can make a real hero of himself now and get Collingwood right back into this. Gee, he's going to kick just outside the 50. About 52 metres out, you'd reckon. And that was very good from Darcy Moore, the captain, I can tell you. Cool heads prevailed as the clock winds down inside 6 minutes. 5 minutes 50 on the clock. Crisp on his way. 51 metres. It's a good-looking kick. It's going to be touched right on the line, or did they? Everyone's missed it. He's kicked it. What a goal. What an important kick from Crisp. Collingwood hit back, and the margin is 3 points to Adelaide. 8-5-53 they are. The Pies are 7-8-50.
Well, Collingwood are gloves off now. What they have done, they've dropped their spare man in defence. They've gone 6v6 in their back line. Crows have still got a spare defender, which means that Collingwood have got a spare at the stoppage. So we saw at that stoppage end, Collingwood just moved it forward, and then they were able to get a shot on goal. So now the Crows box need to make a decision. Do they keep their spare defender in the back line, or do they go and balance it up at the stoppage and try and win territory?
That was a good kick.
Great kick.
Red Biglands, Bob Jane teammates.
Oh, what a moment for the sub. Ed Allen, he comes on in the pressure cooker of the game. He missed last week, of course. Lipinski comes out, so the highly touted youngster in the pressure cooker.
Well, for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy. Adelaide by 3 points, and they're out of the middle. Soligo got it across to Murphy, to Keys. Free kick. Footy's coming back. So it's to Adelaide, and it's going to Murphy for a push in the back. Collingwood are lucky there that a 50 wasn't against them. So Murphy front edge of the centre square.
Clear out. Time.
He goes sideways. Adelaide lead it by 3 points. 5 minutes 26 left. Worrell sends a long ball inside 50. Big strong mark from Filthy. And the big bearded man. He'll go back and try and put a bit of a gap.
Well, it hasn't been his biggest night. We've mentioned that a bit, but he's slowly worked his way back into this game. Just the 9 disposals. Hasn't kicked a goal tonight. Had a super season, real breakout season this year. This is the biggest kick of this season for him.
Around the body. Oh. Listen to that. Adelaide are out by 9 points. Bill Thorpe with the goal. And it's 9-5-59 Adelaide. Collingwood 7-8-50. We've got a 4 minutes 44 left on the Triple M Totally Workwear scoreboard.
Well, it doesn't have to be your night, but you can step up in a big moment, and he did that then. And it was just unbelievable. That is priceless. To have a key forward like that, it's a 50-50 contest. To be able to take a contested mark and go back and finish it, that is what can win you big games. But there's still plenty to play here, because what the Crows can't do from here, there's 4 minutes to go. Nearly 5 minutes. They can't go in their shell yet, but they need to keep attacking, because Collingwood will keep coming at them, so they just can't play safe.
Their centre bounce clearance is so important. Adelaide need to win that and then just play a territory game. Just trap it in your forward half.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks football. Tap comes down to Dawson, the captain. Wants to get around onto the left and does, but his kick forward doesn't go far enough. And Ed Allen, the sub, takes the mark. His first touch is good. Gee, Josh Dacos has made a mistake. He's handballed into a Crows play, but Quaynor comes in. He just belts it forward for DeGoey. DeGoey picks it up. Kicks inside 50. Mark taken Schultz.
You're kidding.
Collingwood, can they hit back?
10 metres.
There's 4:15 on the clock. They play on Collingwood. Handball to the running Nick Davis to goal. What a game of football.
Are you kidding?
No.
Collingwood hit back. They will not lie down. Away from home. This is a big effort. It was a big goal. And the Stars combine. The Stars get involved. Collingwood bring it back to 3 points. 59 plays 56 on the Triple M Totally Workwear scoreboard.
Well, Collingwood are the masters of these situations. Ethan gave us the stats earlier. How often they win when they're behind at three-quarter time. And it's not pretty. It's knock it forward. It's an ugly kick in the forward line. And the Crows are going to have to be on their toes till the last second of this game. And we said it a minute ago, they cannot go in their shells.
Huge goal for Nick Dacos. 28 disposals, 14 contested, 8 clearances, all team high. Now the number 1 ranked player on the ground. He's doing everything he can.
Real tough Aussie conditions when it comes to water heating. Ask your plumber to install a Ream. We're back in the middle. Adelaide lead it by 3 points for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy. Out of the middle, Adelaide work it forward. Moore leads back in the race against the Texan. Moore a flimsy sort of handball. Keys back there. Saligo released it to Dawson on his wrong side. Here's Pendles. Collingwood, what can they build from here?
Wow.
Pendlebury, how was that handball from Dacos? Pendlebury goes forward. Elliott this way, that way. Releases a handball. Couldn't get it. Here's Cripps trying to take him on. Got boot to ball. McCreary goes inside 50 with a real scrubber. Bond stood up well. Murray under some heat. Adelaide's defence stand up and Miller gets it out of there.
How good is this in the middle of the crowd? Gee, what a contested mark that was. Keys in opposition to Quaynor. He's taken it. Now, do the Crows want to slow it down or do they want to get on with it? Keys the quick kick to Millerer. Millerer with the footy. Loose player on the outer side. And Adelaide go out that way. And it's coming.
Still a long way to go. 3 minutes is a long time to retain, and they're starting to kick backwards now. You've still got to take the ball forward. Take the free, but take the ball forward. 3 minutes is too long to do this or go backwards.
They've gone in their shell.
Inside. We've gone to 2 minutes 50. The clock ticking down as Worrell goes long and strong. Looks for Tex Walker. He pushed more under the footy but didn't take the mark. At ground level, the Crows are fumbling all of a sudden. Dawson lost it in the tackle. Young, the sub that came on was very, very good there in Ed Allen. Did a good job, and they worked the ball out to centre wing to the boundary line on the outer side.
Here's an opportunity now now. Adelaide set up extra numbers around the footy, maybe a +1. They've got Worrell as the +1 behind the footy. As we see now, Cumming going back as well. So they got +2. Look really safe behind the footy, but still got to win the footy around the contest.
Throw in on the outer side. Neither ruckman gets a tap away. To go, he pushed it forward for Collingwood. Getting in the way, Rankin. That was pretty special, and it was important. Brodie Smith's kick forward only went a couple of metres. Did he cop the high one, Millerer? No, said the umpire. Ball up, and the clock stops at 2 minutes 17. Adelaide lead by 3 points.
I guarantee you, Nixie doesn't want two spare. That player had to come up on his man. It nearly cost him then.
Adelaide lead it by 3 points.
Just the one now spare coming.
2 minutes 15 left. Perryman out of the contest. Schultz trying to get boot to ball. Soligo for Adelaide. Frampton leading Thilthorpe in the race. Frampton held without the ball for a while.
Gee,
no free kick.
Wow.
Thilthorpe socketed forward.
Out of bounds is good for Adelaide.
Walker sees it out of play and will have it thrown in 55 metres around from the Crows' goal. They lead it by 3 points on the Triple M Totally Workwear scoreboard. We've got a minute 54 left.
This is the best game of the year I've seen, I reckon, for pressure, for contest, for big moments. It's been unbelievable.
Spot on, Bernie. The throw in, the two ruckman. Cameron played in front. Adelaide win it at ground level. Handball forward, Berry. And there'll be another ball up. It's going to be a tight minute 45, you'd think.
Watch for Collingwood. Remember the other night in that tight game, they just held off their opponents. They looked at not tackle, so then Adelaide can't create stoppages all the time.
Cameron will get the free kick, dragged out of that ruck contest. He needs to find someone with this kick. He's got it at centre half back. He runs hard towards the middle of the ground. He delivers long and strong. McStay's going to come from 5 deep. Didn't get a run at it. Loose ball over the back. Brodie Smith tapped it by Elliott, and he's held up. It'll be a ball up centre half forward for Collingwood.
They're well drilled. Gee, Collingwood are well drilled. They knew they were going to go corridor to take it on.
Watch if Adelaide win the ball. They're going to hold off. They won't tackle because they don't want stoppages. They did it the other night. They did it again there. It was Brodie Smith who's lucky.
1:24 on the clock. Crows win the clearance. The quick kick goes forward. It's a foot race again. Getting back Frampton. Running hard. He'll be the first player there. Has someone helping him more. More the captain. Where will he go with the kick? Goes long to centre wing on the outer side. Gee, jumping over the top. Schultz. He barreled his own player. Miller will come away for Adelaide. Clearing kick out to centre wing. Outer side of the ground. No mark taken. And the ball's gone out of play. Inside a minute remains, 57 seconds on the clock.
Got to be careful there, Riley Thilthorpe. Kicked the ball away from the boundary umpire. That could be a free kick. He was very quick to get over and pick it up again.
There's about 70 inside 50s. Collingwood's Adelaide's 37. So many looks on the Red Zeds.
Wow. So throwing it half forward. Adelaide lead it by 3 points. Time ticking down. 52 seconds left. Footy now at centre wing. Slipped through Myercheck's hands. Took on Keane. Tackled him. He's done.
Paid it.
44 seconds.
43 and counting down. Myercheck's got the footy. Adelaide lead it by 3. Myercheck pushes it up to half forward. They fly. Pack forms. Ground level ball. Chris. Oh, he's wrapped up in a really strong tackle. And we will have a ball up 60 metres out from Collingwood's goal. Adelaide lead it by 3 points, 28 seconds left.
Collingwood need to win this clearance, no doubt about it. Loose ball on the outer side. O'Brien goes back in after it. Tackled by Pendlebury. Collingwood come away with the ball. Pendlebury picks it up. Crowd wanted holding the ball. The kick inside 50. Elliott flew. Loose ball. They're fighting for it at ground level. Crows get the clearing kick out of the pack, and the Crows will hang on and win. The mark has been taken in halfback. What a win. And what a kick out of the pack that was. And fittingly, the captain, Dawson, has the ball. And a big victory. Surely now, the flag favourites at the Adelaide Oval, the Crows, win by 3 points.
We're the pride of South Australia, and we're known as the Adelaide Crows. We're courageous, stronger, faster, and respected by our foes. Admiration of the nation, our determination shows. We're the pride of South Australia, we're the mighty Adelaide Crows.
Well, Adelaide lock away a top 2 spot for season 2025 with a 3-point victory over Collingwood. They break the Collingwood curse, and it's a big, big win by this footy club here tonight. They were down by 25 points at quarter time, and they run out winners in a cracking game of footy by 3 points. we're about to take you down to Fox Footy's Mark Rasciuto. We'll be down there very shortly to Roo. He'll be having a chat to the skipper of the Adelaide Footy Club, Jordan Dawson, who, as Did said, he held the Sherrin aloft as the siren sounded out. Boys, what a cracking game of footy.
Unbelievable game of footy. And that would have to go down as one of the best performances by a back six in any game of footy. 71 inside 50s they had coming at them and only conceded 8 goals, 8. That's what won the Crows the game.
Let's head down to Mark Rasciuto having a chat with Jordan Dawson.
Had a few of these kind of wet, slippery nights. Makes for a great contest. I mean, it was hot all night, and obviously they started well, and we were able to wrest the momentum back. It's a bloody good game.
Record crowd ever at Adelaide Oval.
I saw that, 54,000, unbelievable, mate. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Rain, hail, shine, they rock up, mate, and it's good that we're actually finally winning for them and shifting the tide a little bit.
15th last year, and now you've got top 2 sewn up.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting, mate. I mean, it was such a tight race in the finals. Obviously, going in the finals, the competition's so tight, so we didn't want to look past that. But yeah, to sew that up, it's pretty nice, mate.
Hadn't beaten Collingwood since 2016. How much was talked about during the week that had to try and beat your bogey side?
Yeah, it wasn't talked about heaps during the week, but definitely with pre-game, we wanted to really show that we can beat these guys, and obviously we've had great games and they're a fantastic team, and I've admired the way they've gone about it the last few years, so it's nice to knock them off.
71 inside 50s for Collingwood. The defence at Adelaide has been rock solid.
Yeah, it'd be nice to give them a bit more reprieve down there, mate. I think their mid's got on top of us early, but yeah, I mean, they've been rock solid. Led by Keeney and Woz, they've been unbelievable, and all the boys, Smithy and Bondi coming back in, they've just come in and played their role, and it's exactly what we need.
Go and enjoy the win, mate. Well done.
Thanks, Roo.
They lock it at top 2 spot, Adelaide. That means they will have a home qualifying final in week 1 of the finals, thanks to Mark Rasciuto and our friends there at Fox Footy. We're about to take you down to Eddie Betts, who is about to have a chat to a man who was very, very vital in the last moment or two of the game. Adelaide home by 3 points in a cracking game here at the Adelaide Oval. 9-5-59, Collingwood 8-8-56. And we'll take you down to Eddie Betts. He's having a chat with Riley Thilthorpe, who he put that gap late in the game after taking that huge contested mark inside the forward 50. Adelaide home by 3 points. They finish top 2 and lock away the home qualifying final. And you heard there from their skipper, Jordan Dawson. Here is Riley Thilthorpe. No, we'll go to a break, actually. So plenty more to come. Adelaide win it by 3 points in a match of the year stuff for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M rocks footy.
That quarter for Totally Workwear. Footy, work, rain or shine, you play to win. Conquer it all in game-changing workwear or uniforms from Totally Workwear. Love your work.
For Ream Hot Water,
Triple M rocks footy.
Built tough for Aussie conditions. When it comes to water heating, ask your plumber to install a Ream.
You love Triple M footy on the weekend. And the footy doesn't stop on Triple M's Rush Hour.
Footy happening left, right and centre.
With star players.
Good to see you, Tom Mitchell. Thanks, boys. Libby Birch, what a star.
Thank you very much.
And career achievements.
We had the top 100 footballers to come out of New South Wales, and Fat didn't appear in it.
I think I'd rather win premiership.
And Fat didn't win any of them either.
Triple M's Rush Hour. Monday from 4 on Melbourne's Triple M, the multi-award winning Ford Ranger. Number 1 and still not done.
Amazon Music has everything you want to listen to. Music, podcasts, and now audiobooks, all in one app. Amazon Music Unlimited. Audible is now included. Terms apply.
Hello, Frank Walker from National Tiles. The National Tiles famous annual winter spend and save is on now. Spend $4,000 will only charge you $2,750, or spend $2,000 will only charge you $1,450, or $1,000 and will only charge you $750. Don't miss the National Tiles famous annual winter spend and save on now. So rush into a National Tiles store near you or go online at nationaltiles.com.au now and save. Conditions apply.
Introducing the all-new Isuzu truck range. With a sleek new cab design, improved driver comfort and advanced safety features. It's reliability redefined. Visit your nearest Isuzu Trucks dealer or isuzu.com.au to find out more.
Paying for a gym membership means going the first month, sleeping in the next month, voicemails from your personal trainer, taking up cold plunges instead, realising you're more of a good book by the fire type, hot chocolate by the fire type,
Marshmallow.
forgot you even signed up for the gym type. Go from forgotten subscriptions to found savings with the Westpac app's clever tech. To get it done, it takes a little Westpac. Westpac online banking T's and C's. Eligibility, fees and charges apply.
Can I have another marshmallow?
Lincoln Park. From Zero World Tour.
You ready?
Live in Australia, March 2026. For tickets and info, head to livenation.com.au.
Cancer takes. Cancer takes.
Mum.
My hair.
Auntie Ruth and Cousin Jai. My breasts.
My beautiful boy. For all that cancer takes, give. Give
Hope.
Strength.
Lasagnas. A hug. Everything you can.
a bunch of daffodils. Daffodil Day, Thursday, August 21. Register now to fundraise at daffodilday.com.au.
Austrac Campers is back at the Melbourne National 4x4 Expo. Join us August 22nd to 24th and discover Australia's most rugged campers.
Austrac Campus.
YouTube?
It's a bit like a big cookbook.
We watch YouTube on the TV.
The Wiggles, of course.
We use YouTube a lot to find clips about what we're learning.
A supplement for different topics.
I like watching sport.
Sometimes I'll watch the visual version of the podcast.
That's what I recommend to my class.
YouTube is the largest library of entertainment, knowledge, and the world's curiosity, all wrapped up in one place. There's nothing else like it, and we're proud of that. YouTube, built for families.
Shut up! The footy's on Triple M!
Triple M Rock Footy.
The Triple M Footy Review for Amy. When clangers happen, it's lucky you're with Amy.
Oh, what a game of footy as we catch our breath here at the Adelaide Oval. The Crows home by 3 points over a gritty Collingwood. It was 9-5-59 Adelaide. Collingwood 8-8-56. The Crows lock away a top two spot, so they lock away a home qualifying final for McDonald's and Ream Hot Water. Triple M at Rocks Footy. It's our Triple M Amy review. When clangers happen, it's lucky you're with Amy. We'll be down to the Crows room soon and get all the joy from down there, Chris Dittmar and Dom Cassisi as we look back on this game. But, boy, what a game of footy that was tonight.
Look, unbelievable. Full marks to Collingwood as well, who come away from home. We know their form's been down, lost 5 of their last 6. They lifted tonight. They made this into an incredible contest. They're still a great side. They're going to feature in September. There's no doubt about that. But, Dom, I want to ask you about, you've mentioned this defence of Adelaide. From what we've seen this year, Worrell has to be an All-Australian, surely. Yeah. But I tell you what, I want to throw Keane into the mix as well. And I fear that people interstate probably have no idea who he is. You don't get to see Adelaide as much as maybe us South Australians do. But those two blokes in particular, look, they've got to be in the squad at least for the All-Australian side.
I mean, they'd have to be because we're not just, I mean, we're talking about tonight, but we're talking about
the whole year.
The whole year. Yeah, like they've been unbelievable the whole year. And the Crows percentage shows that. It's through the roof. They've been able to defend well and they've been able to score at the same time. So, you look at the possession winners tonight. Worrell 27 disposals, Keane 23, Miller 22, Hinge 21. The ball was in their back line the whole time and they just held up and they held up and it was an unbelievable performance. And you know what? That's the stuff that wins premierships. Be able to weather the storm against a good team and have 71 inside 50s conceded and still win the game. That is rock-solid defence, and that's what wins big games.
Well, they were 5 goals down. Adelaide almost 25 points, but they conceded 5 goals in the opening term. They've let 3 in for the rest of the game.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And the same happened against Hawthorn. Hawthorn came against the Crows.
Yep.
Great first quarter. Literally didn't score after that. So Crows have shown that they can, they can change up a few gears. They can go up and down. They can go as the game grows. They grow with it.
So Adelaide home by 3 points here over Collingwood. And it's our Triple M Amy review. When clangers happen, it's lucky you're with Amy. The Crows players heading down to the rooms. There's a bit of a buzz down there. Have a look at them, jam-packed on the Harvey Norman replay, and a big win to the Crows. Let's head down to Red Big Ones and Birdie Vince.
Yeah, good, clean, clear bill of health as well down here. No injuries to speak of. The sub was made tactically, and the boys are pretty happy. Taylor Walker's lad he was a bit upset in the lift. He had, obviously, Nick Dacos' number painted on his face. He had to rub it off. And he's still crying, the little fella, so I'm just updating you. If you haven't heard the story, Taylor Walker's lad is one face painted Collingwood, one face painted Tex, and he loves Nick Dacos, and he was crying.
He
burning.
was. The Collingwood banner, from all reports, had something about little Louis Walker, who I think he requested a Collingwood Guernsey in the Auskick pack, which I don't think Tex was too happy about, but I think he met young Nick Dacos over in Fiji, so that's why he likes Collingwood, but in tears. But how happy are they down here in the rooms, Biggles? This is a big win. Set up that top position now. Who would have thought last year, missing the finals, to shoot straight up to minor premiers? Only the third time I think it is actually in the club's history. So very happy down here.
And to perform under that pressure as well, because there's no doubt Adelaide players feel the crowd pressure with 54,000, the largest ever AFL crowd here tonight. Between these two teams, 88,000 in a prelim versus Collingwood, of course, in a Triple MCG. I played in that game. It was deafening, but the boys, it almost looks like relief to me, Bern, to be able to get the chocolates in such a big game.
Yeah, under so much pressure. Geez, I reckon that was my favourite game to be at for the whole year. I've been at a few. Just the pressure on the ball, the repeat inside 50s. The defence just had to stand up continually and get it done. Got Riley Thilthorpe making his way over, the big fella. Real important goal late.
Yes, it's just so good to have him on board, Riley Thilthorpe. Congratulations on the victory. We're just chatting about it. It looks more a bit of relief to be able to get the result after so much hard work in a big game. The faces out here today, apart from exhaustion, it's a big win.
Yeah, massive win. They've obviously had the wood over us for a while. It's just so pleasing to back our system in and to get them done.
Were you aware that it was 71 inside 50s to 37? Like, unbelievable numbers. Your defence just continually, week in, week out, just stand up. 71 to 37.
I heard that coming off. The backs are pretty up and about it.
Oh, they were telling you, weren't they?
They were letting me know. So, they've been unbelievable all year, and full credit to them. They probably got us over the line tonight.
I think it was one of the longest droughts ever for Collingwood to not score a goal. Could you sense that? Because watching the game, you couldn't really as a supporter, but were you aware that they hadn't scored for such a long period?
Not really, to be honest. I was just more focused on trying to bring it to ground, but I think the crowd were up and about and really got us going there. We got on a roll in the second quarter, so just so happy.
61 minutes without scoring a goal and 30 consecutive inside 50s Collingwood had. So just the ability to put pressure on the footy, create high inside 50s, and then the defence to stand up.
Yeah, it was. Keeney, Muzz, Junior, all of them. Smitty, I thought had a great day.
He did.
I thought they were all unbelievable and stood up when they needed to, which is really pleasing.
What about when Bruzzy Maynard's banging into you?
Oh, bit going on.
The first half, you were getting that frustrated and rattled. Did you have a chat with the umpires?
Nah, not really. I don't know. Sledges were a bit weird. He was calling me awkward. I think Billy's giving him some mail and I'm a bit awkward, so I was a bit rattled by that. That was about it.
Awkward. I need to know more about this. So we could see, because the cameras were very isolating you two, and you were pointing at each other. You were almost flicking the bird. There was a lot of chat going on. I just wanted you to be mic'd up. You can't give us anything more than awkward.
Well, that was his go-to.
That's not very good, Bruzzy.
Well, he's a competitor, so it's always good fun going against him. But yeah, it did rattle me for a couple of seconds before I thought, shit, I better focus back up.
Darcy Cameron sitting behind the ball must have been frustrating too. I think he took 5 intercept marks. Rob beat him in the end, but as a forward, when you've got a number sitting in front, it must be hard to keep you cool.
Yeah, it's hard, but it's hard for Berta as well. He just spits out the back straight away, and we want to back him in around the contest. So, yeah, I thought we fought pretty well in the end to get it to ground, but he was very good on the night.
What about yourself individually? A bit of a quieter start to this game compared to others. We've got a pretty high standard of you now, but you're just able to work your way into it, weren't you? You just got a couple of contested marks down the line, and then obviously in that last quarter, a huge moment in the game, a big contested grab with 2 defenders on you, and then the ability to finish.
Yeah, it was a pretty quiet first 3 quarters, wasn't it? I
wouldn't give it 3 quarters.
On the mark, but it's all part of it. Tex and Fogg were unbelievable. They were sort of getting the looks, so I'm happy to get out of the way and step up when my moment comes.
In the celebration, where you just walked over to the crowd and just stared them down.
We've got on Triple M, we've got a Macca's I'm loving it moment, and that moment we thought was the biggest moment in the game, and this is how we called it on Triple M Footy. Have a listen.
Adelaide lead it by 3 points. 5 minutes 26 left. Worrell sends a long ball inside 50. Big strong mark from Filthy. Around the body. Listen to that.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah, very good. The reason I didn't celebrate was I was so gassed. I hadn't been off in the last quarter. I was playing ruck for about what felt like 15 minutes, so I was absolutely buggered. So
I thought you were walking down and trying to stare down Collingwood supporters, but it was all Adelaide, and you were staring them down looking angry. I was like, you better smile. It's your own fans. But no, it was certainly a big moment. I just want to ask you about a couple of roles that you went in the game with. You brought Lockie Murphy in, and he went straight to Josh Dacos. A lot of other teams putting time into Nick Dacos, who got off the chain a bit at times, but Josh Dacos was a big focus.
Yeah, well, they've got so many great players for the midfield and half back, so it was Murph's role coming in. I thought he did a pretty good job. They moved him around a bit, but I thought Murph, was pretty good.
Was there any fatigue coming back from Perth? Tough trip always, solid game. Was there any fatigue going in tonight? And how is your neck as well? You got crunched last week.
Probably a little bit, but that's footy. That's AFL footy for you. Got to travel and back games up. So just really pleased with how we came out. Probably didn't start the way we would have liked, but fought back and so good to get over the line.
So North Melbourne to finish off now. Then you get the week off, and then the first home qualifying final. It's just, do you realise what's happening?
Probably not yet. It's very exciting. It's a great feeling around the club. I'll probably soak it in a bit more once we get over the line and lock in against North. But really exciting. Everyone's up and about, and we're really confident.
Awesome stuff, Ryan. Riley Thilthorpe down in the victorious Adelaide Crows change room. Appreciate your time. All the best for next week against the Kangas. And it is chock-a-block.
How good was he?
I just love the resilience to not go well and then battle through up against tough opponents.
He knew it too.
Yeah.
He knew it. He said, my first 3 quarters, we thought it was a sort of a quiet half, but he said 3 quarters, and it's sometimes we speak about moments. It was such a big moment, that grab. If he doesn't do that, they probably don't win. So he stood up. I thought he worked his way into the game beautifully. But how good. Just looking around the room, there wasn't really a passenger tonight. When you look at Worrell, O'Brien, Hinge was very good in that second half. Miller had his moments. Brodie Smith comes into the team as well as we pan around, and he had some great moments too. So, what becomes tough now is selection. When, Rory Laird's going to be available next week. Some guys are going to come in or go out of the side. It's a bit stiff, but that's what happens, I suppose, when you're sitting top of the ladder.
Great to interview Riley Thilthorpe. Thanks to Bob Jane. Bob Jane teammates have great buy 3, get 1 free plus instant cashback deals. Call or shop online today. T's and C's apply. And what about the Triple MVP Award? Bern, you got the votes there. Is it getting tight? Have you had a look? Or are they all in Camden at the moment, as this normal time of year is?
No, I haven't had a look at the top of the ladder at the moment in terms of the MVP votes, but it's very tough tonight. It was a very even across the board when it comes to Adelaide. I thought Nick Dacos was probably the standout for Collingwood, but 1 vote tonight I gave to Mark Keane. I thought he was outstanding down back, and as we mentioned, they're under so much pressure, the Adelaide defenders, and he continually stood up. 23 disposals himself, 14 of those were intercept possessions. I just thought he kept the team in it when Collingwood were really coming, and in fact they gamed the whole game really with 71 inside 50. That's high numbers to be able to win. 2 votes I gave to Nick Dacos, 29 disposals, 8 clearances, kicked 1 goal too, kicked that huge goal. What a moment that was too. The handball received from Lockie Schultz to finish that and keep his team in it. Every time Adelaide got 2 kicks away, they just responded really quickly, Collingwood, and he was a big result of that. But 3 votes I gave to Josh Worrell. 3 votes. As I said, the defence was under huge pressure the whole game. 71 inside 50s. He had 27 disposals. 11 of those were intercepts. And I just thought he doesn't get stats for a lot of the things he does. And they were tackles. They were spoils. Just got a hand in. Kept his opponent goal boundary line side, I should say. And just stood up time and time again, as he has done all year. If he's not all-Australian, I'll be very surprised.
About time you gave some votes to defenders. You on ballers always look after you.
I love
shitty little mids.
And that is the golden fist biggers.
This is the Triple M Amy review with Clangers Happen. It's lucky you're with Amy. We are down in the Adelaide change rooms. Could quite easily be in the Collingwood change rooms if we think about it. From a club point of view, at Collingwood and from their supporter point of view, are they that disappointed? Because really, they're a kick away from it and they're back into a bit of form as far as their heat and pressure around the ball goes.
It's a very good question, that, Biggles, because you've got to take the positives out of a loss like that too. But at the end of the day, they lost. So that's 5 of the last 6 now they've lost after being 14-2, 2.5 games clear on top of the table. So as a supporter, if I'm Collingwood, I'm very disappointed how they've fallen away. But yes, you've got to take this time of the year. You can't be just clipping them the whole time as a coaching group. They'll have to get together, glass half full approach. They'll take out the positives, what they did. I thought that the numbers of inside 50s for Adelaide to stand up, they're not going to come up against defence like that again, probably in complete final series, unless they meet Adelaide again. So there's a lot of positives to take out of it. But at the end of the day, that's 5 of the last 6 they've coughed up. So whether it's close, finally Adelaide have beaten Collingwood in a close one. But again, it's under a kick, isn't it? So that's unbelievable.
So the high-performance team yelling out, dragging the boys in for their review. That is Burjo yelling out, boys, we got a game next week and finals around the corner. So they'll go into their breakdown now for Choice Hotels around the ground. Choice Hotels get you more for your money, so you can check into more. Get the lowest price guarantee when you book direct at choicehotels.com. The Hawkers by 36 over the D's today. The Blue Baggers smacked Port. And, of course, the Hawkers jump into 5th position. The Giants by 35 over the Suns. And tomorrow's a big day, of course, Bern, as well. You must listen to the Sunday Rub. It'll be a belter.
Sydney Geelong.
Oh, yeah, Brownie, Joey Daisy, Stevie J, Rhino. They're all, of course, before the Swans and the Cats in the Harbour City. And we are done from the Adelaide Crows change rooms in front of 54,325. Taylor Walker might want to say see you later. Text, do you want to read this last little bit?
He can't read.
For McDonald's and Ream Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy.
The Triple M Footy Review for Amy. When clangers happen, it's lucky you're with Amy.
For Ream Hot Water and McDonald's,
Triple M rocks footy.
Melbourne, start your day with Mick
in the morning.
Where do we stand on Ugg boots and where can you wear them?
It's an indoor thing for me.
Yeah. A girl I went to high school with, her stepmum had moccasins that were high-heeled. She wore them out of the house.
Wow.
What? Yeah, high-heeled moccasins.
Wow.
It was a different time.
Doing it for me.
Is it?
Start your day with Mick in the Morning with Roo, Titus and Rosie. Weekdays from 6 on Melbourne's Triple M.
Australian-made Best Shed Sheds are the best sheds. bestsheds.com.au.
Amazon Music has everything you want to listen to. Music, podcasts, and now audiobooks. All in one app. Amazon Music Unlimited. Audible is now included. Terms apply.
The Hilton sale is now on, so you don't have to book last year's hidden gem, which was hidden for a reason. Rustic charm, translation, no aircon, no Wi-Fi, and one goat. This year you booked your stay with Hilton. Spacious rooms, total relaxation. Let Hilton Sail save your summer. Get away with up to 20% off. Book now at Hilton.com. Hilton, for the stay. Offer subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply.
Paying for a gym membership means going the first month, sleeping in the next month, voicemails from your personal trainer, taking up cold plunges instead, realising you're more of a good book by the fire type, hot chocolate by the fire type,
Marshmallow.
forgot you even signed up for the gym type. Go from forgotten subscriptions to found savings with the Westpac app's clever tech. To get it done, it takes a little Westpac. Westpac online banking T's and C's. Eligibility, fees and charges apply.
Can I have another marshmallow?
Listen up, because this is the story of how to escape your pricey telco. Just switch to Amazon Mobile and get a massive 120 gigs for just $35 every renewal for 12 renewals. And that's all there is to it.
Amazing.
28-day expiry until withdrawn. T's and C's apply.
Attention all car enthusiasts, it's Greg Rust here. The first ever Full Throttle event is coming to Autobahn today from 3 to 8 p.m. at Autobahn. Melton. This event is all for the drivers, all for the oil lovers, and all for the car community coming together. Say good day to special guests Rex H and Mike Lake. See awesome cars on display, simulators, supplier demos, prizes, and more. Catch all the action today only at Autobarn Melton. It's gonna be huge.
Austrac Campers is back at the Melbourne National 4x4 Expo. Join us August 22nd to 24th and discover Australia's most rugged campers.
Austrac Campus. Is your energy feeling a little hard to wrangle?
Whoa, okay, that's enough. That's enough.
With the Alinta Energy app, you can monitor your usage while the kettle boils, set up payments before the spin cycle's done, and sort your bills without stepping away from the chook in the oven. Because let's be honest, your focus is better spent making sure Pongo gets his Arvo walkies. Alinta Energy. That's true power.
IKEA is here to help you refresh your bedroom with 20% off Malm and Slacked bedroom furniture. Not an IKEA family member yet? Join today. It's free. Offer ends 1st September. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply.
IKEA. Nobody messes with Police Squad. The name's Drebin, Frank Drebin Jr. And no, he doesn't know what he's doing. Who's going to arrest me? The cops? Liam Neeson fumbles, stumbles, and occasionally somersaults his way through a new case, with Pamela Anderson keeping things just barely under control. It's chaos, it's crime, it's comedy. It's The Naked Gun. Round up the crew and get into it. The Naked Gun, in cinemas August 21st.
Good times with Mick in the morning.
When do we get our subs?
And the greatest hits all day.
This is what it sounds like when doves cry.
105.1 Melbourne's Triple M.